shaman name is Nyanke, which means wild cat. Kitty! Meow. Meow. A bunny? You would be a bunny? Would you be a bunny? Yay. Yep. Cool. You would be a bunny and I would be a kitty. Bunny! You would be an owl. Vervatus. Welcome in as well, love. I'd be a nuisance. I'd be a nuisance. I love it. No, that is what you are. This is true. This is true. Alright, let's get going. This is Godbound Trust Issues Opus, and welcome in everyone as we begin our day with Godbound with our friends. And the title of today is A Hunting We Will Go.
Multiple people are hunting multiple things.
Yes, actually, a lot of hunting going on today, and for some odd reason, we are on the main. Okay, so first of all, does anybody remember what happened last week? Because there was a lot that happened last week.
Oh, I know roughly what happened last week. Where was it? Oh yeah, that's right. This exploded.
Oh, it's not showing up. Give me a second.
True.
Yeah, it did. It exploded.
And for once, I didn't do it.
No, see, that was the shocking twist that Carson let slip, that it was totally you.
That was the end of session. I believe at the start we had a pretty lengthy conversation with Willis and Liz, correct?
We did.
Or at least Cormac did.
We did. And Willis is in the chat today, but we had a conversation of what would have happened, and pretty much happened the way it would, except
angry.
It would have been a little bit different for one thing. So when he heard the word themes, then he would have been probably starting to be on board with you guys, because he does not want that here.
So what I'm hearing, what I'm hearing is that I can be a war crime and make the 18 warthogs.
Oh my! I did not tell you could do that.
But you didn't say no either.
No, you didn't have to say it. It's what I heard.
It's what you heard in your mind, because I didn't say it.
No, you didn't have to. That's what I heard.
However, I do believe that Willis would be working with you on a project.
But you also didn't say no yesterday either.
I
didn't. Get outwardly denied.
I didn't say no. I didn't say yes. So therefore, you cannot blame me for this.
But the thing is, even if you don't say yes, the fact that you haven't said no means it's tentatively approved.
No,
What he said.
it's not approved until I finish it.
If it has not been expressly,
we will talk
refused.
about it. There's the word I'm going to use. We will talk about it. We'll see.
Well, what's going on is I had the bright idea to take an A10 Warthog military plane, turn it into a VTOL, and cyberpunk it.
Yeah, I'm just going to point this out. It is half past the future. I'm pretty sure you could go into like a military surplus store and be like, "Hey, dudes, I need an AV that is armable, and also weapons to go on said AV." And they'll be like, "No, no problems, man. I got you." And they'll bring out a catalog, and you'll look through it and be like, "Yeah, $3,000 jamming." It's half past the future.
Even then, what's even more terrifying is the fact that I could just build a G8 plane.
Oh, jeez. All right, so let's get back to what we were trying to say. So the whole story of how he started is, yes, you guys had a fight. You had a conversation, not a fight. A conversation with Willis. And other than that, when the word Thane came up, things would have been a little bit different. He would have actually said, "Fine, I am willing to help," and the help would be in the understanding of making weapons. And possibly
the whole thing is, the whole thing is you can adjust things to work out for what he would ideally want the character to do.
In this case, he basically would say, "Yes, fine, I'm willing to help," and so you guys would be getting some help from him. But he's not going to go be out there and actually fighting yet. But he will help otherwise.
He gets flipped off. Quark tells him to go fuck himself. It's too little, too late.
Oh!
I mean, Carmack literally did spend that discussion calling him out for shit.
Yeah, I know, but it's never too late to help.
Wrong. But aren't Raiden and Cormac going Thane hunting today?
Raiden, Cormac, and
there is some hunting
Mira,
going
whatever
on.
we're calling her.
Yeah,
whatever we're calling her this week.
They were going not Thane hunting, Jarl hunting.
That's what I meant, Jarl.
Because if they were going after Thanes, this is an entirely different situation.
Well, the point was that Cormac in character remembered, "Oh yeah, there's a dude I didn't smoosh," and he plans to go smoosh him.
And he's going to try to look for others as well, from what I know. All right, so who wants to start first today?
I say we get the cinematic of Ignis delivering a severed head out of the way first.
Jarl is a big difference from a Thane. The severed head. Here we go. All right,
last we left off, Riley and Dracul are having a conversation, correct?
Yeah,
it's just outside the burnt remains of your
she had just arrived at the tower.
So if you would like to put yourself there, Riley, you could have a conversation with him outside the tower that is burning.
Well, burning in growing scales.
So when last we left off, there was an attack on Indri's headquarters where someone sabotaged the heater, right? Or the heating
main reactor
system.
It was
the main reaction. Yeah, the main reactor.
To explode, which
happened.
Which basically revealed that over the past 3 months, Ignis has been using his dominion to alter the form of his headquarters into the Crimson Spire. And when the explosion went off, the concrete and stone on the outside of the skyscraper crumbled away to reveal its new form, a towering spire constructed of these massive metal plates that look like red scales. When we left off, Dracul was walking out of the building and spotted Riley and greeted her inside, inviting her to discuss their negotiations for the contract.
Okay. So we are now at the contract. You two take the floor.
All right. Dracul will lead you to one of the upper floors, to where there's a large map of Opus on like a holodeck for discussions of the contract. And
fortunately, we do not have this because we still haven't figured out how we're going to make the spire look like.
That's fine.
Oh, I'm just picturing it that, you know, you walk into a big room and there's a table with this map exactly as is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Except
basically.
it has the cool river stuff and the stick man with his baseball cap and everything that I drew.
Only it would not be looking exactly like this. It would look more like a electrical representation with blue lines.
Yeah, like
and
hologram.
So.
All right. Well, have a seat, Riley, and let's start discussing. So, first and foremost, tell me about Site Secure.
I gotta turn you up slightly.
Do we have a lot of people on phones today? Because I'm sensing there's not.
I think it's actually just my
direction.
audio being a bit weird.
No, I'm feeling the same thing also with Raiden.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
on phone because
Yeah, you're on a phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
we know why you're on phone.
Okay. I was just
All right,
wondering.
so yeah, she'll take a seat and pull out a data pad. Yeah. So yeah, she'll pull out the data pad, bring up a few files on that, and pass it over with a basic sort of an outline of what she intends for the PMC to be. And while letting Ignis have a look over that, just basically sit back and say, well, recently, you're aware of your brother's, I suppose, relationship with Cormac, who's been on the news very prominently recently.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have.
There was an issue involving the freelance bar Vision that you probably be aware of, considering the information released came from said bar. After that fact, I am officially in charge of that. And the thing is, clients such as yourself, I highly doubt want, let's say, freelance gangbangers performing duties openly for your company.
Fair enough.
And you'll see on the data pad, and there will be information about this. You'll see on the pad there that I'm forming Site Secure, and there'll be a little logo and everything. I'm forming Site Secure with a purview to going with a much more professional outlook on the whole contract business. So rather than someone in your position going to the vision bar, paying some random a bunch of money and hoping that you'll get somebody who knows the business end of a gun, turning up with, covered in gang tattoos and stuff. Preferably, you'd want someone who actually looks like they know what they're doing and is capable of following orders. That's what I aim to provide.
Well, in that case, as of late, Ignorant Industries has recently expanded their operations to include multiple locations in the Outer Circle. As he says this, various locations on the map will light up on the map of Opus to indicate these addresses.
Do you want to put
The
circles
other
around it with using red? Where you're going to put this?
Sure.
Although you cannot put it in Spoke 7.
I'm aware. Just can I just do like random areas in that case? It's not something we like spoken
Sure,
about per
yeah.
se.
Yeah,
I'll assume like 2 areas per spoke.
yeah.
Roll 20 is really not dropping right now. There we go.
No, it is
Yeah,
not.
Cursor was just saying that earlier.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
This is going to be a problem.
It's this new interface. It'll be fine once we figure it out. Oh my god, the stick figures are back. I just noticed that.
Oh shit, the Rad River is rad again.
That's what it was, the Rad River, yeah. That's quality.
You gotta give them like, you gotta give the guy not a hat but very goofy looking hair. Then he can be Tony Hawk.
I actually love some of the tweets he's come out with there was a thing where he was getting on a plane and a woman asked him, do people tell you that you look like Tony Hawk? And he's like, yes, people often tell me I look like myself. And the one about he was skateboarding someplace near his house, and a guy was walking past the fence and just shouted out, do a kickflip. So he did one, and he was actually more surprised than the guy was.
I mean, he's what, like, in his 40s at this point?
Actually, I think Tony Hawk's like into his 50s now.
He is. 55.
Was he 55? Damn.
Jesus Christ, he's older than I thought he was.
It's like, because he was a teenager when he was a side character in Gleaming the Cube, which I'm pretty sure came out in like 1988.
Damn, that's a long time.
He's only
Okay.
slightly older than my mother.
All right, so we now have the spots of red. Wow, that's a lot of spots.
I just put down like a few random circles around. But
I mean, the
basically,
business is varied.
Yeah.
They are factories, warehouses, and some administrative facilities. The other members of the council have not taken too kindly to this expansion. And given events of today, I could see it feasible that they might go after these areas if only to be a pain in the ass, as it were. So, if this is amicable to you, I would be willing to contract the services of Site Secure to keep security in these areas.
Well, that's exactly what the business is aiming for.
All right. As for negotiation for the price, how many employees are under your employ? And considering the unique position I am, and as the CEO of Ignition Industries, I could offer to supply them with weapons and arms should you desire the need. Of course, if that's not required, credits can also be arranged for, of course, or a combination of the two.
Well, that was one of the other primary factors in approaching you, because, after all, Ignorant Industries is very well known in terms of quality arms manufacture. I've used several pieces from the selection, and they are definitely, well within the good enough range. Because I'm pretty sure the stuff we got given wasn't the super high end. In fact, that's actually a good question. Was the stuff that Dominic gave the other players, was that like the mid-range stuff, or was it?
Yeah, it was mid-range.
Yeah,
Wasn't
I
that
figured.
high. I mean, there's somebody here who could probably do something even better. You just don't know it yet. So yeah, the mid-range.
Yeah.
It is commercial grade. It is military weapon grade.
Yeah.
Weapon.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
when in an earlier campaign, it's like it's not like Ignis like walked around and gave people like handguns. It's like they were fully automatic rifles with military combat armor.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, she'll say I've had the use of a selection of gear from the military grade from the company, so I don't have any problems of purchasing gear from your company. And generally speaking, I think it's a good idea, to have a good rapport with associates. From the sounds of from some of the conversations I've heard recently, it sounds like the council's not exactly seeing fully eye to eye on things. So generally,
I mean, you would have seen
I'm happy to.
The last meeting that was broadcast would have been public, so they are definitely not seeing eye to eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's not even that's just reality.
Yeah, and I was just going to mention that again. I'm not heavily into business per se. This is an initial business setup. However, based on what was televised a few days ago, this is the basket you right, yeah. Well, insert timeline reference here. This is the basket you put your eggs in.
As for the specifics, go ahead.
Because isn't it that essentially it's Ignorant Industries versus Oda's BS for like who's the better arms dealer, and it's clearly Ignorant.
No, it's FN. It's
it's FN then, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
but FN right now, it is known that Oda is kind of working with FN now.
All right. I couldn't remember if that was like fully public, but yeah, she'll just be. Yeah, I don't have a
but they.
While Ignorant Industries may focuses mainly upon mechanical weaponry and armors, FN, at least ostensibly, focuses more around soldier cybernetic enhancements, which isn't my bag.
Yeah, and generally speaking, I would rather deal with Ignorant than FN due to, shall we say, prior personal reasons.
Well, it's pretty hard to deal with FN.
Yeah, like both characters looking at the camera like,
Yes, personal.
All right. Well, for the specifics of our ongoing partnership, how about I make you an offer, and you can tell me if the offer is agreeable or not.
Sounds good to me.
Make him an offer who can't refuse.
With all due respect, due to the infancy of Site Secure, I would be hesitant to enter into a long-term contract. So I'd like to start with more of a short-term contract. Let's say 6 months. Is that agreeable to you from at the foremost?
Yes, it is.
All right. As for the specifics, Ignis will compile can do like a data pad with the addresses and specifics of the buildings, like square footage, blueprints, etc. In exchange for protecting these facilities for those 6 months, I will pay you, obviously, for the first month. It will only be your initial shipment of weaponry and equipment. For every month thereafter, it will be, let's say, it cuts out because Godbound doesn't work in specific units, but an amount of credits. Say like.
Or we could just say appropriate credits.
Yeah, just say the appropriate credits.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't actually expect, because like obviously Riley doesn't know that the Ignis CEO and Dominic are the same person. She doesn't know that, so she's not expecting any kind of like really beneficial deal.
It's enough to keep your company afloat, basically. So it's like enough for you to get your footing, and then if you want to start pursuing like mechanical wealth, you could start pursuing other clients, essentially. If that makes sense, or however Carson wants to handle it, but a fair price.
It is a fair. It is actually a fair price. Yeah, it's a fair price for everybody.
Fair business is all she's after.
Then, it's a fair deal for all.
And then once we reach the term of that 6 months, we can discuss again to determine whether or not we wish to continue this ongoing partnership, or if it is better for us to go our separate ways. I suspect we'll probably go beyond that term, however, but just in case.
It's a good initial step.
All right, wonderful. I will have someone draft up the contract for you to sign. Well, probably not today, unfortunately. Probably not today, unfortunately, in light of recent events. But I can have it to you by tomorrow. Do you have an address that I can mail it to?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, we'll just off screen the thing with the setup of the office. We'll say I have a janitor's closet on the 6th floor of the Vision building that's currently being stenciled SSCO.
Why a janitor's closet specifically?
Because I always make that joke whenever people say like, "Oh, this thing on eBay, I can buy it and it's in the UK," and I'm just like, "Nah, it's in China, but they have a janitor."
We are in a sci-fi game. I'll send you an electronic copy tomorrow, which you can sign at your leisure.
Yeah, exactly. We'll do the whole email
thing. Who deals with physical contracts anymore? It's fucking year 3000 or something.
It's email. It's email all the way, because contracts, everything is electronic. You really don't have an understanding of paper unless you've been dealing with history, or unless you're a librarian. Then, there is no such thing as paper.
And then the contract will like include sublocations for your members to come and pick up their equipment on their way to the first day of work. At which point it is completely yours. You keep it and store it of your own discretion.
Yep, that sounds perfect.
All right.
And if you are using paper and you're not one of those things, it looks very suspicious.
In that case, it's not that I wish to rush you out the door, but in light of current events, I have a few errands to run. As Dracul goes over to the table and picks up the sealed box that's especially been sitting on the counter during the meeting.
Yes.
Yeah, Riley will just be like, no, I completely understand. I did witness what just recently happened. So yeah, and she'll whip out a business card that she's had made up, It's not exactly fancy, but it has the comm link.
It's not fancy,
Ignis
but it gets
will-
the job done.
Ignis reaches into his pocket and hands you a business card as well, and extends a handshake. It's a pleasure doing business with you, Miss Arkham. I believe
This is the
will be
second
start
time
of
you've
a very
done business
fruitful
with-
partnership.
This is the second time you've done business with Riley. The first time was for all that gold.
Well, was that actually with Ignis CEO
Yeah.
or was that with Dominic?
It was with CEO
Uh,
because you had to
it-
pay for the gold.
Yeah, it was with it was basically an email transaction with Dracul, and then Dominic picked up the gold for Dracul essentially,
So
Yeah.
because Dracul didn't go to the cantina himself. Because unfortunately, so
It would be
it's a bit out of the way.
visible for that guy to turn up.
Yeah.
it would definitely start screaming that maybe Dominic and Dracul are the same people.
But,
I mean,
after that-
we've seen him shapeshift several times, so you never know. We could.
You have never seen him shapeshift as his brother, though.
No,
I-
we
I
have
will
seen him
say-
turn into things.
Yes, however, I would. This came up before, and I said it back then. I'll say it again. The shape-shifting abilities are reasonably assumed to have happened after the Wetwire initiative at the
Yeah,
SOB
that's fair.
laboratories. Dominic
Uh,
and Dracul have been two distinct identities since before then.
Yeah, fair enough.
Plus, if memory serves, no one's actually. Oh no, actually, we have. We have seen him actually change into a different person.
you
'Cause I was
have
gonna say, I'm
actually
pretty sure-
recently seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like last session, you turned into Oda, for instance. Speaking
Yeah.
of, that will be Ignis's next matter of business, but we can move on to someone else for now.
Okay, who wants to go next? You know, Raiden, we haven't done a whole lot with you recently, so let's go ahead.
Just to finish that out, yeah, she'll shake his hand and they'll do the business card swap, and she'll head out, returning to Vision because she's got to go through personnel records and find out who's not an asshat, who actually knows the business end of a gun that she has on a list.
Okay.
You give the. Here's how you test that. You give them a very elaborate looking weapon and see if they hold it the right way around.
Oh, you mean I take them round to that warehouse and be like, push the little red button, and see who actually falls for it. 'Cause we need an Emmanuel's org.
Yeah.
Well, you keep saying You keep saying who knows the business end of a gun. For me, the business end is a gun. Is the end that's pointing at the people.
All right, let's
Yeah.
go with Raiden. Are you ready?
I mean, the fact that I already have an idea of what I'm wanting to do, other than waiting on Cormac's call for Jarl hunting.
All right,
It
well, let's
happens-
go ahead.
That'll happen
What?
on the next day. We're still on the day before.
Yeah,
Uh,
Emmanuel Jean-Baptiste Zorg. I love it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the meeting that we've just had would actually be taking place roughly when Cormac's like, "Hey, do you want to go Jarl hunting?"
Yeah, this will be just before that. So go ahead and let's start with you, Raiden. Let me change over the site to the right site. We are heading now to a Spoke 6, and you're going and you are in your factory, right? Am I right?
No, I'm already on my way to somewhere else. Fine.
Where are you going?
I'm making me a cult.
You're what?
I'm making my cult.
You're making your call. Oh, we'll keep you at. Okay, so you're going there. All right, go ahead and let's start.
Time to introduce the world to the Mixizibs.
Yeah, pretty much.
And no, I don't mean the game world. I mean the the world watching us. Because at the moment, the only mixes and many characters aware of
you're heading into the where the mixisms tend to focus.
Like the biggest conglomeration, technically, I think.
Yeah, and the biggest conglomeration, I think, would be actually in Spoke 6. Probably very close to your factory.
Well, as Ryan's walking around, he just, the idea is just walking through it real quick, getting new ideas, what he can do to actually help benefit them, and all that, and going through. It's like he's thinking, first things first, probably get better housing for them.
Yeah, they're in squalor.
Gets better. You can get some.
Spoke 5, you've seen Spoke 5. Spoke 5, and some of 6 is actually much better places for people. But when it comes to the mixisms, they are given squalor. And what you do notice is there is a lot of places where there is cages.
Well,
and
that's
depressing. You know what those cages are for. They're for the blood moon. For the shadow blood moon.
Ryan's just going through. It's like, get some houses for them, maybe. I don't know, like either some probably better. Probably better water source.
So you're going to start working on the water again with the same
first things first, probably. Well, water would probably be the easier one than the housing.
Okay, so you're going to find a way to get water outside of Opus. Basically the same thing or are you just going to be changing the water?
I don't have to actually full on incorporate that. I can actually just do a water purifier.
Okay. So you're going to make a water purifier. Are you using Influence or are you using Dominion?
Well, I mean, I'm still using Dominion on both.
Okay, so it is permanent then.
I'm making sure they have better housing and actual better food and water for them.
Okay, so
basically you're giving them the resources.
You're giving them the shelter that they need. That is going to be for Dominion.
I only have 2 right now.
So you're going to have to use some influence to keep it going for a while. You could do a small part, and then eventually you can grow it. So, you're taking up a full couple blocks and making them nice. Becoming a basic landlord, I guess.
I was gonna say, yeah. And it's just, the idea is screw what the other people think. I was gonna say technically humans, but no, Cormac's human, Shiv's human. I don't even know. I really don't even know what Shiv is. Shiv something.
That is the correct response. Technically human, but not anymore.
No, I mean, still technically humans, just you're you.
Yes. This guy gets it.
But the idea is do the kind of similar area to what Cormac has on Spoke 7.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still the 2 Dominion, or is that still even?
What he did was he just did water, and that was 2 Dominion. Okay. If you're gonna do water and housing, that will be 4.
Okay, so Probably
So 2 influence on something.
start with actually housing first, then.
Okay, so your dominion is in the housing. So you're going to become a landlord. Oh, you just pissed off Oda already.
Hell yeah,
they're
let's go.
off.
That's the goal.
Yeah, if you're
You
becoming a
pissed off-
landlord, now you are a competitor to Oda.
You pissed off Oda already. No, we pissed off Oda a long time ago.
If Oda just straight up shows to Raiden's workshop, place where he actually fucking lives, the only thing he's gonna get is a shotgun barrel to the head. He's gonna be staring straight down the barrel of a shotgun.
Okay.
So you're just gonna sit there on a rocket chair and be like, "Keep moving, Bucko."
Pretty much.
You're going into the Mixisms, and you find out on the papers for some of the landlordship that you are going to have to deal with Oda, because he owns some of those places.
Well, it's even funnier because I could probably outbuy some of those places already.
You could, and you could do that, but in the meantime, and that is how your dominion's going to work. Is it's going to outbuy Oda, which is going to bring a situation to your warehouse, to your factory. And so we are going to say, yes, you start doing that. But in the meantime, you're talking to another Mixism who is in charge of most of the area for the Mixisms. At least to keep them almost like a gang related, only they act like family. So he's basically trying to keep them calm and relaxed and not going crazy and trying to kill all the humans.
Oh no, there's a whole reason why me and Cormac are doing what we're doing when it comes to the blood moon.
Right. But in the meantime, you do notice that there is a situation. A lot of the Mixisms are treated similar to the Native Americans, which is kind of what I'm trying to give this idea. What is the Mixisms? They are the people who are put down, given squalor, kind of pushed away or used as scapegoats. So you do notice that there is I wouldn't say a shaman, but there is a small council of Mixisms that you would be talking to.
I know what you're talking about too, because I'm Sioux by descent.
It's pretty much like an elder.
It's gonna bug me, thanks.
Like
I'm sorry. I was I am Native American, damn it.
Oh, so am I.
So
I can't think of it either.
Yes.
We're referred to as basically council of elders.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. So you're gonna see like the chieftain is what you're gonna see.
Basically, what Raiden's gonna be doing the entire time, he's gonna be fiddling with the. He's gonna be kind of tossing the poker, the little spider bot, up in the air and catching it every now and then, as a way to like.
Yeah,
just...
he's going wee wee.
Fire!
He's enjoying himself. He's definitely enjoying himself. Did you ever give that bot a name? Widow. Yeah. Widow.
We named it Widow.
Yeah, it's definitely laughing and having fun with that. Okay.
So he's just tossing the Widow, and when he stops, I imagine just like
imagine
activate.
What? You imagine what?
Oh, it crawls up onto his shoulder and just sits there.
Okay, sure. You head into
So-
this building because you know of this building. Everybody who is a Mixism knows of this building.
So
As
Right,
basically where the
nope.
council stays. It's kind of like a long hall,
Loghouse.
long house.
Is that what I remember?
so
Sorry.
Raiden,
That's gonna bug me all day.
he's
Shush.
gonna go in and he's gonna he's basically like, okay, hey, kind of need to. He's just looking around like, who's in charge here?
At the moment.
As you
Well,
notice that you're in there, you see a council there, and then you see a guy who has a little bit of a bigger a chair, and he's nodding to you. And what you see is basically something similar to a catfolk.
Okay. So, Ryan's gonna walk over, but still kind of like keep what to them would be like keeping a respectful distance.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ryan. It's me.
You'd be put in the center of the council room.
Okay. So, I know it's out of the blue and kind of sudden, but I have a question for you guys.
We are
I know-
listening.
I know how you guys are living, and I've seen it. I've walked around for about a couple hours now. Now, my thing is this. I can offer you better living than this. And, top it off, pretty sure I can not only offer better living, but get it to where all of you, and, well, I should say, your people and my own people, aka you guys are,
We
have
are
a better.
one. We are one nation.
And are actually treated better than you are right now. I can offer that.
How can one offer that when we are put down so often and unable to bring ourselves up?
I'm gonna do a thing, probably not very smart, but I'm gonna do this. Now, you guys have seen, y'all have been keeping on the news, right? Keeping an eye on the news and all that?
Yes.
You know how we had that explosion a good few months ago, and the news has been going on about how each of these people have like different abilities and all that fun stuff.
Yes.
I actually need to do a thing because I think I'm going to end up miracling an ability right quick.
Okay.
Gotta find it. I don't think it's. So I want to say it's the one that. Here we go. So, I'm actually gonna miracle Windsinger.
Okay.
I'm gonna copy paste the detail of it.
And you're gonna explain it to the people.
No, I'm gonna show them.
All right. So show them.
So I'm assuming the area we're at has like a skylight.
They do have a skylight.
And it's always raining and all that because you've always depicted Opus is always raining.
Always raining. And when you're in this room, you notice that there is a calendar on the floor. And each of the areas that you see a Mixism, there's also for an element. So kind of similar to what Opus is, where certain jobs have certain colors that they go with. So like for
Like,
the librarian, there would be yellow. For engineer, they'd be orange, something like that. So
well,
you notice the same thing going on with the Mixisims.
Ryan's gonna point up, and as soon as he points up, the rain immediately stops over that area.
That has never happened before. Now, when you've done something like that, you notice that it's still there. It's still kind of, but it's almost like it makes a dome in that area around.
Well,
And-
it gets even worse because as soon as a minute passes, the actual sunlight actually starts shining in.
No. Because this is
No?
actually a
That's like me.
jellyfish. You
Okay.
cannot. You can't do that.
I was gonna say because it does allow me to control the weather, which is why I did that.
It's not so much weather as it is a creature. And you realize that when you try to do that. That no,
It's
the
like-
sun does not go through.
It's only limited control. Got it.
It just stops the rain from it kind of domes the rain around. Which is still pretty powerful in the sense that nobody's ever seen that before. There's always been rain, but no, you would not be able to get the sun in.
Okay.
Now, you could light up yourself using the word nuclear.
Well, I thought this would be a little bit more safer than the nuke option.
Yeah, but I mean, you just miracling the light is all. Not doing anything.
Then
Worse.
there is one other thing I could do
Mhm.
that doesn't exactly apply the heat. This one doesn't actually apply the heat to it, so I could do Second Sun, which I think we did rename it to.
It makes a light. It makes a light. So there would be a light. You would be lighting up.
Oh no, I wouldn't be lighting up. It's literally the idea of that it's outside. Basically, would a literal second sun would appear in the sky.
Okay. All right. So there's a second sun. This kind of brings a lot of interest to everybody in the area.
Because it would, the wording here, I'll actually point the wording of it. I'm not actually doing the actual on smite action. I'm more on the actual sun one.
Okay.
So this light is actually being able to reach about 3 miles.
Okay. So you light up the place. It is light. It is lighter than it's ever been in this area.
Now, I told myself one. As Raiden's doing this, he's gonna do this. I told myself this. 1, I'm going to help my people. 2, I'm done hiding. If they want to come after me, they can start coming after me. But here's the thing. I'll be damned if they're going to continue treating my people like this.
they're listening and in awe, so they cannot really respond in the sense that they really are not responding. They're listening to you, and they're kind of stunned as they're listening to you. This pup in front of them is actually doing something they've never seen before. Yet there is some strange thing that the shaman will say. After you are finished talking, we will continue the talk, and then the shaman will talk.
I'm done. This place treats us like absolute trash, like we're less than we are. So no, this is done. This is over. I have the offer.
Who did?
That I can actually help give each of you better housing in this area. I'd have to start with that, then I can start for that. Better quality of life. That's what I'm aiming for right now. If each of you want jobs,
Hey,
by all
Vash.
means, I have my own place of work. If each of you want jobs, by all means. I can offer it. If you have craftsmen, by all means, I offer more than enough for it. And that's kind of like the end of the little speech thing, because it's just, I imagine they're still like stuck on the second son thing.
Oh, they're listening. Yeah. But the shaman says, has the promised son come to us? Shall we discuss this even more? Perhaps give a time frame and a way to help. And you start hearing there's a lot of murmuring going on in the area. And you feel the shaman is a worthy foe, by the way. You can feel that he is literally looking through your soul.
Ah, shit, Shang Tsung.
Do you need some kind of saving throw for that?
Only if you wish to have a saving throw, or do you want to show who you are?
I mean, either way, you're rolling at a -2, but I'd say show
It's
who
up
you
to
are.
you. If you just want to show who you are, no saving throw.
That's the idea.
Then,
Show who you are.
Yep.
Okay. He's telling the truth. I can sense that this child, this pup, can help us and possibly be our savior. And the chieftain looks at you. What can we do to help?
See, now it's like, do I kind of come off as an asshole and just say, like, your worship? Because then that kind of comes off as an ass.
Cooperation.
I can see that one in yeah, that'd be better wording. All I ask is full cooperation of ideas on what I'm wanting to do, whether I'm my goal right now is to take down Oda. I'm going to be straight up honest with you.
Who is Oda? The landlord? You are willing to take down the landlord?
That is my idea. That is my plan.
Oh. Could this harm our people even further?
I can say that he will be taken down. His idea is already in the works for it. And as for it harming you, no. This shouldn't harm you. Because here's the thing. Raiden's gonna tap Widow. Because the little thing that it's more like just like an idea, it's not actual like mechanic, like in mechanic thing, because it's, as you stated, they have to have, and as Ignis has also stated, and Cormac, they have to have hit points to be like any mechanical use.
Right.
Other than the building idea, which I can still do. Raiden's gonna tap Widow, look over a little bit. Hey Widow, activate Protocol 7.
And what is Protocol 7?
With that, give it about 5 minutes, and soon the longhouse is going to start swarming with little droid, the little drain. Because while I have been busy, Widow's been busy.
Uh-oh.
Widow has an army.
Widow has a builder.
So you're saying Widow is a Widowmaker?
Exactly.
Ooh. Hey, Spider thinks mine.
Well,
No, not in this
here's
case.
Here's the thing, Shiv. You say that comment, some dude in a 10-gallon hat with a cigar and a 6-shooter walks into wherever you're at and says it's high noon, and then you're dead.
Oh, no.
So, with that, it's...
Oh, I better not play a Dead Man's Hand then.
It's still
When-
not your turn, Civ.
When the drones swarm, Raiden holds out his hands. This is what I can offer to help build. I plan on taking over partially some of this area and giving better housing. A better quality of life.
You
So-
want me to rile the troops and have these people listen to you and help you? Is that what you want?
If possible, yes. Now, the thing is this. If they choose not to, some of them choose not to, that'll be on their own volition. I cannot and will not force. I'm not going to be Oda, I'm not going to be some of the other people around here. I'm not. Whether they choose to follow me will be their own choice. But no, I plan on leading us, irregardless of that fact, possibly into a better future. I'm done having us treated as we are. Less than even human. More like an animal. I'm done with that. If you guys are ready, by all means.
We will discuss this. And when they mean that is that they are actually going to have a council meeting. Now, do you
And
stay for the council meeting or do you just
I'm
listen?
not going to stay council meeting.
You're not gonna stay? Okay.
No, I actually am going to.
Huh?
He
I
is
am
going
going.
to.
You're gonna stay for the council meeting? Okay.
Yes, because then I can also, at that point, also persuade even more.
Well, in order for you to do so, you will have to have the walking stick or the talking stick, because you're not allowed to talk without it during the council meeting.
I figured that.
So, as you can there's a lot of ancient things ancient ceremonies and rituals that will happen with the myxisms, and then they'll say, what about the blood shadow moon that is here soon? Do you say anything about that?
It's just, well, I mean, there's no way I can actually go out and actually fix the problem with that, other than I can offer, I guess, potentially less harsh conditions for, like, considering they're all in a lot of its cages. I could offer better solutions than that, possibly.
Well, the cages, are to protect everyone. Maybe making them more comfy would be a better way.
What I'm saying is, like, offer, like, better like a possibly better thing than just an actual cage.
Uh-huh.
Such as, like, turning, like, a couple areas into, like, general, not exactly a jail per se, but, like, an area to where it's multiple cells to where they can't get out.
A lockup?
Similar, yes, until after a set period, so where it automatically
opens up instead of making somebody wait to be allowed out. Okay.
Yeah. So it's something similar to that, better conditioning in it, and all that. So that's kind of like an idea. So it's not exactly a prison, but it's very, very similar.
It still protects the people, but at the same time, it is safe. It's more. It gives them a chance to have more of a lush condition than what they have, and that they are not going to be stuck in there for maybe a week or a couple weeks because Oda has not let them out yet.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's the idea is, like, set it on a timer, set it for, like, activate it when the blood moon is here, like right before the blood moon, and it turns off after it's gone. So then it's
basically a safe house, like Lily is saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because unfortunately, during the Blood Shadow Moon, they already know that no matter what they try to do, there's just no way of protecting themselves from others, or vice versa. They have to go into these cells because they go feral.
Basically, they don't tell friend from foe. They basically care about their entire species.
They don't.
Given the chance.
They don't. They go feral. So, yeah. Okay. Well, they would be accepting of that, but they would also ask you, when would you be doing such a thing? We don't have time. We have less than a month.
Ryan's gonna, like, hold out his hands again, like, indicating to the spider drones. You act like it would take a lot of time for me to do that.
Where would you put this?
Well, I could easily reconfigure an existing building into one, or two existing buildings into a couple.
You're gonna need two, at least. they'll say okay. And they will give you 2 of the buildings that they tend to use for, like, that.
Hey,
If you can figure that out, sure.
immediately at like Raiden, insert Raiden immediately multitasking in his head while actually talking to them and are already figuring out ideas for it.
Okay. You are going to be down on your money for a while.
That's fine.
Because you're going to have to put some wealth into it. But, yeah. Yeah, you
That's
can go ahead
perfect.
and do that. Yeah, okay. So there are two places nearby that they give you the opportunity to work with, that if you do exactly what they say, then you will start getting a cult.
I can pretty much literally zero out my wealth because almost like virtually zero it out because I don't need to eat or drink at all.
Yeah, you're gonna be broke for
That's fine.
For the foreseeable future.
For a foreseeable future, unless you figure out a way to find a way to get some wealth from that. And there are 2 ways you could do that. One you already know, because he tends to have this big spire of wealth.
I mean, I could, yeah, but it's also a case of I could also take some of the pre-existing cages and use those for also parts of it.
And just building yourself.
Yeah, that's literally.
So resources are going to be basically, yeah, you could do it.
Because the idea is like while Raiden's doing other stuff, he's having the drones built.
Okay.
So
all right.
That's the.
So they tell you when you know when the blood shadow moon is, because you know you would have to have been caged as well during that time. But like I said, if this actually goes through and we're gonna have to get some rolls, which you are at a -2.
Crafting rolls.
Yes.
Oh, luckily only one of them has a proper -2, or if you're already starting at a -2, then it's a -4.
Well, could I argue the bonus from the universal tool from having that, and
that would negate the -2 I gave you, but not the -2 that the others gave you.
That hellhound has blessed us with.
Yes.
So I mean, at least it's a -2 instead of a -4.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the practical upshot.
Success. And that is with the -2, correct? Yes, it is. All right, cool. You are successful. And with the help of your drones, you are able to do this. Oh, does someone need a minus? Lily may give you a -2.
No.
So the first one you are successful on. The second one?
And this one is just a straight roll without the mod, right?
Correct.
Or can I actually still include the bonus from the tool?
The bonus is still negated by the -2 I have.
Okay.
So it's just a straight.
Straight.
What are the odds?
Believe it or not, that was actually.
What are the odds that it's the exact same thing? You are able to do that. So that will happen. That will be done by the blood moon. The blood shadow moon. By the Chunky Monkey video.
Because the best thing about having drones, they don't need to sleep, they don't need to eat, they don't need to drink or breathe.
And we
All
will
they
say
need to
that
do is
you
recharge.
had done this within 3 weeks. So you got 3 weeks to get it done. But today was actually supposed to be the blood shadow moon. So this happened 3 weeks ago.
Alright. Well, I mean, I did have a problem figuring out what I was going to use my Dominion on, so
You did figure it out.
Yep.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Alright, so we are done with that. We are now with the Cormac, Shiv, and Kira. You guys are working on the Jarls.
Hey, so is Raiden.
Oh, Raiden is going to be part of it too. Okay, so only the other two are...
It was just me and Raiden. I don't know what Shiv's doing.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was working on anti-serum, but it's occurred to him he probably should get some Jarl DNA just to test with it.
Because if I recall correctly, if last week it was Cormac asking Raiden, hey, do you want to go Jarl hunting? Because there's one in the sewer I forgot about.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm like, yeah, screw it.
We're going there.
I think I was going to go with. I have something to check in the sewers.
You're going to go with? Are you going to tell them that you're going with?
I think I brought it up that, when we're in the sewers, maybe we can steal the drugs. If my cockroaches are back,
Your cockroaches are back.
But I'm going to go in the sewer and talk to them, see if they know where the drugs are.
Oh, okay. Well, what you're going to find out about that, since we'll go with you right now, is that the drugs are kind of being distributed all over. But they're focused upon spoke 3 and 4.
Is that where the stash is?
The stash is somewhere in that area. Yeah.
Alright. I'll be talking to them to see if they can lead me to the stash. The good stuff.
Okay, I need charisma roll.
Oh, charisma. I don't remember. I think I have a penalty from last week, don't I?
Yeah, -2.
-2. Everybody has a -2.
Until they roll. In which case, then they will no longer have a -2.
There we go. Target. Wait.
Successful. Almost not, but still successful.
Look. My target
Oh no,
was 2.
you gotta add a -1 to that. That's still successful. So it's the next roll that will go for that. You are still successful in this sense that you are able to realize that a lot of it's being started and created in spoke 4 and in spoke 3.
Alright, so it's being created there. And stored.
Yeah.
Alright, perfect. As long as they can lead me there, I'll be good to go.
Okay.
So let's see.
So what are we seeing? You said let's see. Let's see what?
Well, I'm gonna see if the others show up while I'm down. I don't want to go by myself. I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure we're all about to be going on and it's going into a sewer level. Everybody's favorite type of video game level.
Well, I mean, this would be the interesting thing of I only get Raiden because Shiv never expressed interest in it.
Are you
So
guys
Shiv-
still in? Are you guys still like waiting? Because like Shiv does actually need stuff from the sewer, and if you're going,
Well, that's the
Jarl,
thing. You use your knowledge powers to be like, yeah, they're probably gonna go now, and then you just show up.
Yeah, that's fair.
See,
You crack it.
there's
Oh, crew,
a,
where are they? The sewers. Oh, good.
thank you for the hydrate and for the posture check and stretch. Everybody do that.
Well, I'm out of drink, but I could definitely posture check and stretch.
Okay.
So Raiden does his whole thing. It starts the montage of him building stuff, and then we kind of do a. Meanwhile, before that, at the Legion of Doom headquarters.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Where's the Legion of Doom? Oh, you mean my headquarters? Yeah. Okay.
No, then we cut to Raiden and Korvac just climbing into the sewers because this has already been set up. There's no point in going over it a third time. It's the morning after. Actually, it would be the morning after Ignis's place got blown up.
Might as well say almost nuke.
And then Korvac's still kind of giggling about that.
As on the news, it literally just looks like concrete, like a shell chipping off.
No, it's more that whoever did it thought that they would actually succeed.
Yeah.
You all just get a text message from Shiv. So by the way, that was Oda.
You get one. You get one back. It was that or FN.
Potentially.
That's. Sorry, my message would have been like, yeah, I figured it was that or FN.
You get Raiden's response like, huh, once it actually wasn't me.
You just get an LOL.
No, that's when we climbed down the ladder. It's just saying there in person. We're like, you could have just said that. You didn't have to send it over a message.
It's much more fun when I tell the group as a whole.
No, I imagine as we're going down, we just hear Shiv laugh, and I'm like, wait, oh my god, he really did, didn't he?
What? Get off his ass and go in the sewer? Yeah, that's weird for him.
No, I was gonna say, did he actually reply to that while he's actually... Okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he did. All right. So, what are you doing down here? I mean, I know what we're doing here.
Well, it occurred to me you guys are going Yarrow hunting, and I would like to get some Yarrow DNA.
Okay.
Also, potentially stop Kier from going after all of the drugs in the place.
That did you very
My
hard?
question,
Okay.
You just use the head, like, that's just kind of laying around.
I didn't keep it.
Yeah, I thought you held that. I was about to say, I thought you held that up and then just kind of left it in the helicopter.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
Well, whatever. Just keep a lookout. We're heading. Korak looks that way.
I beat you.
And you come across seeing that Mira's already there.
God dang it.
Talking to cockroaches.
Talking to cockroaches. And doing a lot of clicks that you can't understand. Well, actually, no. I would have to say Civ could understand.
I don't think cockroach language is mortal knowledge.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't think.
I'm
No.
willing to take an L on that one.
But yeah, you guys come up, you go down the ladder, and you see Mira right at the ladder talking to cockroaches.
Korvac just stops, looks. All right, whatever.
Your Aiden's gonna like kind of pinch the bridge of his nose, like, you know what? Nope. I've seen worse. I've seen weirder already. It's fine.
You've done weirder already.
Have we?
Hey,
Uh,
Fred, like, have we? Have we really?
I mean, maybe not cockroaches, but
I mean, you're the only one who's actually spazzed out over plugging into a computer.
yeah, more on that later.
Raiden actually still doesn't know the fact that you actually talked to Opus on it, because you never
Yeah.
said anything.
Well, he doesn't remember that part. He has now concluded that that's exactly what he's done.
So all he knows is that you kind of just like spaz the fuck out when you actually plug into it.
Which is fair enough.
-2 to the next. Oh, on the next roll and DM's choice. Okay. Okay. So, got it. Oh, okay. All right.
So flip a coin. Is it going to be a plus or is it going to be a minus?
It's by chance. We'll figure it out.
We shall flip a coin.
Mhm.
Korvac's not even gonna bother. Just be like, all right, yeah, you know what? I've been told she talks to bugs. All right, moving on.
I mean, yeah, she has been planning on making an entire cockroach army.
Anyways,
Whatever.
you know, like, you kind of like pull, like, kind of pop his neck and then all that. Just pull out of the. Considering I imagine like a lot of people down here have their weapons out, just on the safe side for shit.
This place is gang related. It's definitely got guns.
Over here talking.
Yeah, no, all they see with Raiden is a literal, what would look like a machine gun strapped to his back.
Okay.
Say
I
hello
got
to his little
knives.
friend.
Well, the worst part is it's not really a machine gun or LMG. It's not. It's a shotgun.
Shotgun.
Ryzen finally figured out how to switch the AA-12 from semi to full.
I mean, now that he understands how everything works.
So what are you doing here?
Can we see the big ass Jarl from here?
No, it's pretty dark down here. I would say that you can see probably. Well, if it's within 30 feet, you can see it.
I'm gonna make an argument that says I see everything.
All right, so yes, you do see the Jarl. Especially with the sun word.
I'm gonna make an argument of fuck you and do second son again.
I mean, all right.
All right, how much effort do you have left?
I have one after that.
Okay.
No, wait, no, better yet, I'm gonna save it.
No, because you just said that this is the next day after that, because you were doing everything the same day, right?
That's true. That is true.
All right,
So
so
I
you're
have to
back
do
to normal effort. Okay. Well, you
Yeah.
still have to give at least 2 influence to what you're doing.
Well, effort and influence are not the same thing, so.
Right.
You go.
Your effort is
Still
warranted.
normal.
Yeah.
So, Kira asks what they're doing out here. Korvac points to the Jarl that apparently only he can see at the moment. It says, "That big fucker over there, yeah, he's gonna die."
The
Oh,
thing
he's
you keep
a
calling
nice
your
guy.
friend. Yeah, the thing you keep calling your friend, he is not going to be friend anymore.
Why do you have an
Right.
accent now?
Because I thought it'd be funny.
It wasn't. It was. I want to say.
All right, just so you guys understand, Korvac doesn't know you can't see the Jarl from this position.
I just
He
know
just
he's
assumes
there.
he assumes you guys can because he can.
So you're here to cause a problem. I thought you guys were coming down to help me find the drugs.
Well,
My
I mean,
friends here
that-
told me where the drugs are.
Over
Yeah,
to
well-
Cormac. Okay, my guy. I know you can see it, but it's too far and too dark in here for us to see it.
oh, all right. And then just the whole area at 200 feet just lights up. Better?
Ow!
Well,
my
now you guys can
eyeballs.
see everything.
We can see
Ow.
clearly now.
The roaches
My
though are
cockroaches.
scurrying now.
Yeah, they scurry under the dumpster. I'm like, hey, my friends, come back. What'd you do? Turn that flashlight off.
No, I'm good.
You scared my friends. They were going to show me where the drugs are.
I know where they're at. You see that small dude behind the big dude? He knows where they're at.
No, my roaches know where they're making them and storing them. They can
Yeah,
lead us to them.
Yeah, I honestly don't care. There's too much to deal with. We take out the head. Then you know what? I don't know why I would explain this to you.
Listen, I think we should go stop the drugs and then keep all the drugs.
Okay, we're gonna do part 1.
Stop drugs from being made so we can have all the drugs to make cockroach.
Yep, we're ignoring you now.
Intelligent roaches. Hey, get back here. That's my friend. Watch, I'll go to prove it. Wait a second. Here. I'll go talk to him.
It still doesn't prove the fact he's dying.
No,
Yeah, and then it's just like once Korak gets to this, to be like, "Hey, you big fucker, you remember me?"
Okay.
I'll just yell, "Hey, buddy!
Initiative. You just said that.
Listen, just tell him you're a nice guy, and he'll leave you alone."
Okay,
Alright.
so at this point in time, we are on initiative because the moment that you said, "Hey, big fucker, you remember me?" He's like, "Oh yeah, he remembers you."
Cool. He immediately eats a sunstrike.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
All right. Hold on. I get to do it twice.
You gonna do it twice?
It shouldn't be straight damage. I don't know why I rolled it straight. Because he is a not natural creature, I get to roll the damage with advantage.
Oh.
So
Damage.
Can we get this back
that-
to what the normal? Let's find out what the normal damage is actually. That's pretty high.
he's eating 5.
He's
Question,
still up. He's not
Well,
dead.
obviously, I didn't think this was gonna kill him in one turn.
Do you just roll both of them twice, or do you roll each die twice?
What do you mean? Doesn't it result in the same thing?
No, because like for instance, if you did it like you usually just roll the damage twice, like in your second one, for instance, if you roll like a 9, 1, and a 9.
Oh no, you roll the whole total. It's with advantage. You take the highest total of both sets.
Okay, got it.
So my question is, how far behind is that guy standing? Because hey, Ryan's gonna look over to Cormac. Should I make him crispy?
Oh, we need the little one.
No, I'm talking about the Jarl. Can I make him crispy?
I don't give a fuck. I mean, he already is. As you just watch him get hit by a laser beam.
Yeah, he already attacked him.
Ryan's gonna look behind him, to the guy behind him. You know, just saying, you better start running now.
I'm pretty sure the scientist just heard Cormac shouting, or the drug dealer just heard Cormac shouting. He was like, "Ah, shit, he's back!"
Because I'm gonna use the full ability this time.
Oh no. Oh no.
We make him crispy. And
You're
because
just gonna outright kill him, right? You're gonna try to outright kill him.
Well, yes, our whole plan was to kill the Jarl.
Mm-hmm.
we do
Am I
an
even gonna
incredible
get an attack in otherwise?
I don't know.
Depends what Shiv does.
Really depends on what Shivs does, but in my opinion, no.
Well, I'm rolling an attack with a -2.
Can you explain what this does?
Okay, so basically, Raiden can point to any location that he wants, or not really exactly, not even having to point at it, he can look at it, and the area around that point starts heating up, and will start taking damage to that, and along with it, a miniature sun actually appears in that spot.
And you just decided to put the sun right where?
Right about
there?
here.
So...
I believe I can negate it to where it doesn't hurt allies.
I mean, do you actually want to kill other people that are in the sewers?
The idea is not to actually kill the other people, it's just kill the Jarl. So I better not actually do that one then.
No, because you will kill others in this area, and they are not worthy foes.
Better not do that one then. That's... let me think here. You know what? Here. I'm gonna do this one. It's part of the bow. Hold on. Gotta find it. Gotta find it. There it is. Technically, he's classified as a worthy foe, right?
Yes, he's a worthy foe. But not everybody in this place is a worthy foe.
That's only if I'm able to get it.
Yeah, so this is one that has an attack roll.
Alright, so we're just gonna make it a regular attack then.
Okay.
So, gonna rename this right quick.
Because not everybody in the sewer is a bad person. Some of them are just, hobos that have no home.
Some are misguided stooges.
Yeah. Some of them were former lottery winners. Or lottery family winners. Not lottery winners. Lottery family winners.
So the people who got the luxury and then immediately blew it.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Well, I mean, that's the problem with every lottery winning. Even in the real world, it's unsustainable unless you decide to take time to sustain it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, put everything in a savings account and invest in shit so you can move out the interest.
Pretty much.
How long does the scene normally last?
A scene until we go usually to the next area.
Until I decide otherwise. Until you leave the area.
How much? Okay, so I'm actually gonna do this one then. I'm gonna do the Seeking Flight. Basically choose a visible target and commit effort to the end of the scene. Your ranged attacks seek them out regardless of range, treat them as AC9, and completely ignore cover provided there is at least some path for your arrow to reach them. So basically...
Alright. Do you actually know this one, or are you miracling it?
Miracling.
Then it's for a day.
You're expending the effort for the rest of the day then.
Yeah.
I've got
This is a miracle.
more effort after that, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
That's fine. I
Okay.
just want you to make sure that when you miracle it, you kick the cost up one step.
Yeah.
So in short,
Yes.
you're basically just pulling a Yandu.
I mean, yeah, it's still a good one. So yeah, I believe it's on turn activation too, which means you get to make an attack roll every turn.
It's definitely a Yondu type of style, yeah.
That's,
Watch out,
okay.
here comes my arrow.
As long as it's an on-turn action, then you can make an attack roll the same turn you use it.
So what Raiden is going to do, he's going to move a little bit closer. Because I'm essentially using a shotgun and I'm controlling the pellets.
Okay.
And we're going to make the attack roll.
Alright, make the attack roll. With a -2.
Carson flipped the coin for the who got a -2 thing for their next
No, he
attack
also
roll.
has a -2 from the other. No, that was, he already used that. Yeah, this is a -2.
I was going to say, I don't think it would apply because it treats it as a fun.
Yeah, but
Oh no,
I
no,
mean,
you could still take a circumstance penalty to the attack. You're just changing their AC to 9. You're still coming out ahead with this.
Yeah.
so their
So-
AC becomes 9 on that.
Yeah, with the -2, he still hits.
Yeah, wow.
Because,
Okay.
like, if you remember, the Jarl's normal AC is a 3, so you basically added 6, then subtracted 2, so you're still adding 4 to your roll overall.
How the hell did you have a 30?
We're level 3. And it,
Oh my gosh. Who goes when?
Okay.
Oh,
Alrighty. Alright.
Well, time for a withering hour.
I mean,
No.
you could also just commit effort for the day and use a Divine Wrath. Don't even have to roll the hit.
Fair enough.
Roll 3d8
I will
damage.
I will do that. So roll a d8.
3d8.
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 So it's
How
1,
much
1,
damage
2,
did that
so
thing
4.
Damn it! I didn't even get a roll off.
That was kind of my plan. I was just everybody smites at turn 1 and it just dies.
It just died. I'm trying to get it off of there. So give me a minute.
now that it's dead,
It's dead. It's dead.
Kira really hasn't done anything. to
The
help.
guy though is
It's pissing himself.
you still have it's dead, but the guy is still there. Don't have a chance yet to. This guy is gone. Do what he has to do, but he's gonna get on that motorcycle and try to run away.
Can
cool.
I use Battle Dance on him first?
Sure.
To kill him?
Sweet.
Are you
Be
trying to kill him?
non-fatal.
No, because it lets me. I can make if he's if this kills him, I can decide to make him live instead. So I don't know if I did roll
1d10
damage.
emotional damage.
So let me think. Hold on. I'll commit my effort. When active, I've danced, and it does
Let's roll for
1d10
him,
emotional damage. I don't think it
Okay.
adds anything, does it?
No, it's just your attack damage gets kicked up to a d10.
All right, cool. Hopefully. Oh
Well,
wow.
you still have to roll to hit.
Oh
Dan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot. How do you roll to hit?
And that's at a -2 as well.
So what would I use? Just
And actually will be at AC because
What?
I was just given a +2, so the AC is going to be a 3.
all right. So what? I'll just roll a d. I haven't written. Hold on. I don't know how to set this thing up. So would that use dexterity or a charisma?
It could, if you can make the argument that it would use charisma, then it could use charisma. But you have
By
to get Carson to
dancing,
accept
I
it.
would say charisma.
All right. So I just roll charisma, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it adds anything.
I mean, if you set it up as an attack, it should do all the math for you.
I have not. I don't know
Still
how to do that.
successful.
That's
Dang it!
That is not an attack roll.
That's just a charisma check. I'm trying to figure out how to make it an attack.
I'm losing track. The +1 and okay. See, I'm still working with Dobby's -1s from last week. That's what, or -2s from last week. That's why it's happening that way.
Do I just add it as a weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So select CHA as the attack stat. Add your dice roll. I'm assuming it being an unarmed attack.
And then it's charisma. It's, I guess the hit bonus is going to be what, 1? So,
it should be to your level. It should auto change it.
So my level is, so it should be 3. I don't know why it hasn't changed any of them.
Oh, the hit bonus, that's circumstance. Don't worry about it. Leave that alone.
Oh,
leave that as 0.
Okay. Then the range is
Doesn't matter.
sight, single target, and then it does. Oh, I can just, and it doesn't do damage. It doesn't add any damage.
The only
No, it's
one
just
left
D10.
with a -2, I think, is Ignis, right?
No, I still
Okay.
have one.
Let's
still
see if
have
this
one?
works.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, the
I don't-
people who typically don't roll.
What's his target AC?
Currently 3.
3. It was 5. Because he has some decent armor.
Hit.
Never mind.
Uh.
Are you trying
He's
to kill him?
unconscious.
Oh no, I'm enslaving him
You're enslaving
So
him.
he's
All
for the
right.
unconscious.
scene, and he was
Okay.
suicidally obedient to me until the end of the scene with 1 hit
Ah,
point.
so you're gonna make him hand over his entire stash.
Yes, I'll be like, you come here.
Entire stash now.
I make him come over here, and I'm like, you're gonna bring us to all your drug stashes and give us the drugs and all your money right now.
All he
Meanwhile,
gives you is the case that he has with him.
Shiv just starts dissecting the Jarl for
I
samples.
Open the case. What's in this case?
The money and the drugs.
It's like, do you have any stash that's not here?
I don't stash.
You don't stash your drugs?
No.
You're gonna tell us exactly where your drugs are coming from.
He is suicidally obedient.
Yeah.
So if he dies, we know where they're coming from.
There is
Oh,
a
man.
warehouse. There is a warehouse in Spokeport.
A warehouse. Okay.
Who owns it?
Where is it? Who owns it? Where are the other drugs going?
Where is it? Who owns it? And where are all the drugs going? This guy's gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna die because
Let me guess.
I'm not gonna kill him.
No, but his employer might. This guy's already a marksman.
It's already marked. Who owns it? FN.
Well, this guy's dead.
Okay. Who is they?
FN is a corporation we've been fighting against for about... since we got our powers.
You've been fighting. I don't know what powers you're talking about. Okay. So he told me where the... Who owns it? Where's the location? Tell me directions.
He hands you a map.
Basically does.
Okay. Perfect.
Turn left at this street side, knock 3 times.
Alright. What else did I ask him? Where are the other drugs going?
He does not know. He's just
Okay.
a peon.
Okay. I'm gonna let you live. But I want your motorcycle also.
You're gonna take his motorcycle too?
Yes.
I mean, based on who his employer is, this guy ain't living long.
All right, you got a red motorcycle.
All right.
And Shiv immediately interacts with it, checking for trackers.
Does it have
Oh,
a
it's definitely tracked.
tracking mobobster on it?
So,
It has-
Cormac, what did you want me to do with any trackers?
Turn them off?
Well, I do that then.
Why is that a question?
I
I
mean,
mean, like,
just-
what did you want me to do with the trackers themselves? Like, apart
mean,
from deactivate them, like keep them for future use.
Why not?
You can do what you want, or you can eat it.
Hey, Mira, can I see that briefcase?
Sure. I take some of the money out and I come over here.
That's fine.
This is my money.
That's fine. I throw you the rest of it and then incinerate the case and everything else in it.
I take all the money. I go.
And
Wait,
the-
do we still need this guy? Does anyone have questions for him?
You just realize, I don't know if you realize this, Mira, but as soon as you gave the briefcase, you don't have any more of that drug. It's gone. It is incinerated in front
okay.
of you.
I am now rich
So
and
you
with a
don't
motorcycle.
care. You do not
No,
care
not right
that
now.
that your
Look.
drugs just got incinerated.
Mira is very short-sighted at times, and she has money and a motorcycle.
Yes,
She
a
knows where the
motorcycle that
warehouse
can no longer-
is, and I
Yes,
know
and
where the
we've got a-
warehouse is. There's more drugs in the future.
Yeah,
I
see,
can now
that's the
get
important
the
thing.
cockroach army to eat all the drugs. So I've got plans. Hold on.
So,
Yeah, see,
Shiv and
you
his
got money
inventory.
to afford more drugs later.
Yes, I could buy more.
So Shiv and
Potentially
his
from this
inventory.
guy.
No,
The
this
guy's-
guy's gonna be dead.
This guy's
And-
not gonna live.
She's gonna look around to everyone. Do we still need this guy?
Not really. I just wanted to kill the big cop.
Considering he works for FN, there's very good chance his head explodes when our backs are turned.
I wonder what
Actually,
else.
out of curiosity, does he? Out of curiosity, do I detect the fact that there is, in fact, some kind of explosive on this guy?
No.
Do 20 push-ups.
I don't think he ranks high enough to have a chip in his head that'll kill him.
That's right.
Fair enough. So
Attempt
we're gonna find
20
him. We're gonna find him with a bullet through his head, like in the next 24 hours.
It's gonna be fine. No one's gonna know. He's gonna do push-ups in the sewers. Do 20 push-ups. And I'm gonna count
He
them.
just does
He does.
20 push-ups.
And
Oh my gosh. I didn't know I was this good at dancing. Man, I should get more money for this. Well, guys, I don't know if we need him, so I think I'll just tell him to go home.
He will go
You cool?
home.
You guys cool with that?
I don't
Yes?
give a fuck.
Alright,
Yeah.
you can go home. Stop selling drugs.
What's the deal? He's weird. I don't know if that stopping selling drugs is gonna be helpful, but
Hey, it's only till the end of the scene. He won't sell
Yeah.
drugs until the end of the scene.
well, he won't be selling drugs until he leaves. Yeah, so he's done. He
Walks home.
just-
As the guy walks out, look at the. Hey, as the guy walks out, look at the bright side. You've got the rest of your life ahead of you.
Yeah.
He's probably not gonna live very
does
long.
not respond. He does not respond. He just leaves.
Hope he gets a good job that doesn't make him sell drugs. So he can
He
buy
was
himself a
working for-
bike.
He was working with FN.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I have a bike.
Yes.
I go
and
hang
I've
out
got a
with my new bike.
And I've got a free deactivated tracking device.
Oh my god. Kenneth.
So
What about Kenneth?
there's nothing wrong with this. Nothing can go wrong.
Shiv, that tracking device, you think it's part of a network?
Is it?
No.
Are there other devices connected to it? Apart from a single computer?
Oh, I tried.
There's just a tracking device, single computer, nothing else.
Alright. Well, that took about as long as I thought it would.
That feels like a waste of resources.
He had the same stats as you when you first met him. What do you want? He doesn't level up, you do.
Corvex,
Well,
look.
I've got bits of Jarl DNA. I've got a
So
free
what you're
character.
saying is, if we run around and interact in some way with every single NPC possible, you will have to roll their stats at our current level, and then we can just grind and come back later and kick everyone's asses.
Technically, yeah, you can do that.
Okay, I was actually expecting you to say no. That's dumb.
Not for everyone, but yes, you could technically. Yeah.
I mean, it is dumb, but it doesn't mean we can't do it.
All right, guys, good work. That went about as fast as I thought it would. So,
Well, time to start working on time for me to go back and start working on an anti-serum.
I guess it's time to start day drinking.
You weren't already doing that?
No.
I mean, he's down here. Doesn't look like he's day drinking.
I just take out the half-filled bottle of whiskey that I've been carrying for like 3 sessions now.
Also, you've been day drinking.
You are drinking. Hey, I need to drive this bike, so stop drinking.
Shiv, who are you to judge when you have a half-empty bottle of whiskey on you?
I've been carrying this since we went to one of the last warehouses.
See. Here's the thing. Okay, how do we know that?
Oh God, there's 2 shivs.
Yeah, I couldn't move that token, so I had to drag out my own.
Okay, sorry.
How do we know you're not day drinking?
You don't.
Yes, that could be a different bottle. Or it could be the same bottle you've just been refilling.
Who refills a whiskey bottle with more whiskey?
I don't know, you're weird.
Why?
I mean, to be fair, Shiv, you're the weirdest one of us all.
Guilty.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Alright,
you're
second
the
weirdest.
weird one.
Suddenly I get dethroned by Mira.
Everybody needs to hydrate and stretch.
You can't tell me what to do.
Fair enough. I can use a drink of water.
If someone's
No.
going to redeem another hydrate, I'm going to go get soda.
Drink
I'm going to go and get a
whiskey.
soda.
Can't make me.
Okay. I
Yeah,
did.
I just gonna leave the sewer. I don't know where the other Jarls are at. I don't feel like spending time down here trying to hunt them down.
I mean, you could hunt them down if you like, but it will take you quite a few
I'm good.
days.
Nah, this whole point was just come after the one I already knew.
Yeah.
We send them messages. We find them. When we find one, we kill it.
Yeah.
Yep. Is everybody gonna make me do hydrates? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be out of coffee.
Hydrate or dehydrate.
You can't
Oh,
hydrate on
jeez.
coffee.
Oh no! Nav! Stop!
He can't be stopped.
Are you wanting me to get
I
up?
returned. I brought a Sprite and an orange soda.
Oh. Well, we gotta
Oh yeah,
still...
I take a picture of the dead Jarl.
You take a picture of the dead Jarl, okay? What, you guys do anything else?
I
Mira's
get my
on
bike
her-
out of here.
Yeah, I know, you're heading out.
So, oh wait,
Kira's doing Born to Be Wild.
let's see. Do I crash the bike the first time I drive one?
I don't know, do you?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. No, I don't. I don't crash into anything.
To be wild.
That's good to know that you're actually not able to crash into something. Because that could become really bad.
So as I drive past, I'm like, "This is the first time I've ever driven one of these."
Yeah, I don't believe you.
sorry,
I just climb out the ladder.
Right past them.
Alright, so you're back into, the hideout.
And then I'm going to...
You eventually head into the hideout.
Ryan's gonna like turn to Cormac. You know, that was a lot easier than.
Yeah. I mean, what?
I mean, we literally just went toe to toe and basically video game comboed that guy.
Yeah.
Can't
Went
wait to see
first,
what their
hell of a drug.
DNA is.
All right.
But I don't really have anything planned for the next like 4 weeks, so.
Let's see.
So
I know where the warehouses are.
if y'all need help, you got my number.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been helping with the mixes homes. So.
Oh, yeah, that's
I have
that's
something
something I
planned
like
in 3 weeks, and then I'm good for another week, and then we do the thing.
What's in 3 weeks?
Don't worry about it. I
Whatever
guarantee
it
it.
is, it'll-
I guarantee it has nothing to do with you guys, and it won't be on the news.
Dare I irresistible query that?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, you
Oh, yeah.
can if you like.
Hey, yo! True, you could.
Also, so
'Cause I've got 3 effort.
What are you gonna do? What are you asking? What's the question?
I don't know. Does Cormac's plans qualify under irresistible query?
Yes.
Anything does.
What's Cormac
Alright.
got in 3 weeks?
He's going against Oda in the
That's 4 weeks.
arena.
That's
No,
4
no,
weeks.
no, that's 4 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks. His wife is becoming one of you.
Oh man.
Ryan's gonna turn to Cormac.
She's not.
Oh, yeah.
She's not a worthy foe that will succeed. So now
Okay.
you've got to roll. So now you've got to roll proper stats for that.
All right. So she does not become a Jarl. Got it.
Yeah. What are you trying to do with prophetic insight?
Just
He's
make sure
wanting
she
it to
doesn't.
succeed.
Just making sure that the wet wire's a success. They are not a worthy foe.
Yeah. So it's the opposite of what you said, Karsa.
No, he's not going to allow her to become a Jarl.
Become a Jarl.
Oh.
Yeah,
She's going to be one of us.
she is literally going to be one of you.
Because I don't, as much as I want to see Cormac go down a dark path,
We
I
don't
wanna
all
see
Bad
need
if
to-
it fails.
yeah.
One of us, one of us, one of us.
Google couple, Google couple.
So as they're walking out, Ryan's gonna turn to Cormac. Oh yeah, I also found another way to piss off Oda.
Become a landlord?
Exactly.
Oh yes, that's something there is something I want to talk to you about when we get closer to the blood moon.
It's like, wait, become a landlord? It's just out of curiosity. Wait, become a landlord? Exactly.
All right. Yeah, that sounds like more work than I want to do. So, yeah, you have fun with that.
Yeah,
I mean, you already own your own property.
I don't. Kaya does.
Oh, I thought that was yours.
Nope.
Today I learned.
You really think they're gonna give a loan for a business to somebody with my history?
he's got a point on that. No offense.
I imagine at this point, Liz just conveniently walks by, shakes her head, just keeps walking.
Jill walks by and says, shakes her head and keeps on walking.
I mean, both of them know Cormac.
Dude, I was part of one of the most prolific gangs of Section 7 for 5 years.
You know
I
what?
don't
Fair
know.
enough.
Would you like to see my police jacket? I keep a copy of it on me.
Sure.
Sure.
You just get it, and it's about 30 pages, single-spaced, 8-point font.
Oh God! I take out a magnifying glass to read it.
You get a text from Riley saying it's all legit.
I don't know where. Yeah, no, it's all accurate.
Yeah.
So no, he would not get a
God damn, 8-point font.
And the very first entry is at age 15, suspected of murder.
What did you do? Or what do they
killed-
think you did?
Oh no, they have it right. I did kill somebody.
Murder? What do you mean? It's right there.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do they think they did? It says suspected murder. It's right there.
Murdered
Yeah, but the
someone.
suspected means they only say he allegedly murdered somebody.
Oh, no, it's true.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? If I kill someone and leave your fingerprints at the scene, you have allegedly done that, and they will suspect you of doing that.
Exactly.
So that's my point. You know, they found some kind of evidence suggesting it was Cormac, but they couldn't outright say, "Oh yeah, we totally know it was him 100%."
Exactly.
That's what suspected means.
So who did you supposedly murder?
I don't remember his name, and it doesn't matter.
I don't know. So you can tell me about this place? Who is it? FN? FM?
FN. FN. His name is
We're
All right,
leaving out
Shiv.
the-
Yep. All right, Professor Shiv, all you. Civics 101. I leave.
FN is a what are they at this point? A weapons and drugs manufacturer? Since they're also
they're
working
not
with,
weapons, they're cybernetics.
yeah, they're cybernetics and drug manufacturing. They do the military side of cybernetics, as well as they are, as of right now, to our knowledge, the people who are primarily making these drugs that we are following, and I'm trying to make an anti-serum for. You said we established last week they're mainly being handed out around the mixisms, correct?
Around a lot of people, but not just the mixism. But the mixisms are being used as
Guinea pigs, for lack of a better term.
guinea pigs.
Yes. They also tried to blow up SOB. Well, succeeded. Didn't succeed in killing us, though. Actually, you know what? Since I'm gonna be down here for like the next day or so doing shit, wasn't actually SOB responsible for that bombing?
Yes.
Or not SOB, FN.
FN, yes.
Okay, so now we have that confirmed.
FN was
Let's
definitely
go.
responsible.
So,
It took 7 months, but we finally have confirmation.
Finally.
Yeah, it's almost like that bit where the bomb that had FN Industries written on it.
I mean, it could have been a plant.
But why would plants build bombs when they just like sleep into the foundation and then crack it? Oh, you mean never mind.
No,
Yes,
no, I like
there's
the
a
way
bunch
this
of
is going.
Audreys.
Yeah,
Yes, there are
exactly.
a bunch of Audreys. No, our Audrey too.
Yeah, the secret plan was to heavily augment individuals and then feed them to the giant plant to
Instead of the
create a
jellyfish.
mega plant.
To fight the jellyfish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is all in a run up to a giant kaiju fight.
But whatever
Oh
they
my
are,
God.
you don't feed
Audrey
the
Gargantua versus jellyfish Opus.
So legit, just doing it, just straight up making Violente. Got it.
Really, guys? Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 100% canon now.
Hey, Dante's got to get his conspiracy theories from somewhere.
Yeah, it turns out it's me.
Hey, that
But
was a team
congratulations! It only took you 7 months to
effort. 7
figure it out.
months. Yeah, because like at the beginning you
when you could have done this, Session 1.
yes, I could have.
I mean, there's
Good
also
job.
the fact I'm pretty sure everyone else has been working on this basis the entire time.
Oh yeah.
But like there have been seeds of doubt planted here and there. Figured I may as well confirm it.
You all have been working on that. I've been going after FM because they sent people to my shop. I don't give a shit about the bombing.
I stopped giving a shit about the bombings, to be honest.
There's a bombing.
And that way, if Shiv ever talks to SOB, he can tell them for sure it was definitely FN that bombed the building.
And
Yeah.
considering other information that we are aware of and that you are aware of specifically, and I don't know if you've told anyone, you would already know that.
Yes.
Or you would know that on telling him, he would know.
Yeah.
Right.
However, Mira just said something in character.
Yeah. Could you repeat that, please?
What bombing? What bombing?
Shiv pulls up the video footage. This bombing, the one that we all climbed out of and Raiden flew out of.
Yeah, way to go being solved.
The one that you were not a part of.
I don't know anything about that bombing.
You're from another
facility.
Facility.
I don't know what you're talking about. Bombing. So,
It happened, from our perspective, 3 months ago?
Oh god, you just out of character real quick. Are you gonna pull another Vosh that if you weren't there, it didn't happen?
no, there's video evidence of it, but it's like, I wasn't there. So,
Is it there? It doesn't concern me.
I don't. Yeah, I guess it doesn't concern me since I wasn't there. You're probably right. So, how much? What's the plan to stop them from blowing up buildings?
Just take them out some way or another.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, it's basically what we've been actively doing for the last 2 to 3 months. How long has it been now from our perspective since we got these powers?
It's been about 6 months.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
For the last 6 months. Oda is mildly a more recent target's development.
I'm going to watch what is going on in the House of Commons and get ready for bed. Okay, thank you for being here. Appreciate it, Lily. Take care.
So, there's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
To the people with the bag.
Okay.
In the room. So like, all right. So they blew up a building. They did some other stuff. So what are you gonna do with them? Like,
well, I'm pretty sure
blow up their
Cormac's plan is
building?
to spend. I'm pretty
You're
sure
gonna blow up their building?
I'm pretty sure Cormac's plan is rip them apart and dismantle their operation literally brick by brick.
And if Raiden had his way with it'd literally be, here comes the sun.
Boom, 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 boom.
So,
Oh man, that actually works out with voice.
all right. So you're gonna do something with FM. Yeah. So the question is, do you need help?
I mean, we wouldn't say no.
All right. I'll help. Because I have nothing else to do.
They're also the ones supplying the drug to the world.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think we should let anything but cockroaches have that drug. So we should stop. Let's think. Can we just blow up their building?
You mean go straight after them from the get-go? I
Yes.
personally wouldn't try it.
Oh.
Like,
Hmm.
we don't know too much about the head of FN other than that he's basically never seen.
So I have another question for you. What are you planning on doing now?
Well, I'm going to work on the anti-serum for this drug so that, people aren't going to die.
Okay. Let me know if you need help with anything.
Will do.
Alright.
I don't believe you.
What, the help?
No,
I mean-
that he's gonna ask for help.
Oh. Do you need help with something?
I've already.
I don't have anything going on since we stopped the guy from selling drugs, so...
Well, you can always go stake out the warehouse with the more drugs.
Nah, that sounds like work. And I don't have any steaks to eat while I'm watching it.
Sigh.
So... I don't know
So
what to do with the warehouse, so... We'll just,
Alright, Shiv, you're gonna have somebody stare it over your shoulder the whole time. Have fun.
Hey, what's that do? What if you mix that one and that one together?
I'm
Will it
hoping
blow up?
I'm hoping it explodes just to give you something pretty to watch.
Awesome.
I'm hoping it explodes so I can get rid of you.
Or me, either way.
Nah, character's not suicidal. That said, I
Okay.
will take the Jarl samples and start looking at the DNA of the Jarl.
That's a Jarl, alright.
Yeah, but I want to know what human components of the mutation still remain.
Right. Okay. So, alright, so knowledge-wise, you would realize that the component that remains is there is still a helix of DNA that is there, but there is an extra helix that is also there.
So it's quadruple helix instead of our triple helix.
Yes.
Wouldn't
But
an extra make it a triple?
yeah, a triple. It would be a triple.
So it's like us, except something went wrong.
2 + 1 their Shiv, that's 3.
You guys are 4. These are
Oh.
3. So it's missing that extra helix. You also notice that there is a lot of mutation that is involved in it. And for some reason, you start to feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Someone looking over your shoulder other than Mira.
Shiv looks fine.
All you see is the robot.
Which then immediately starts choking you.
What
Me think
are you
the best-
doing?
Just looking at the mutation DNA of the Jarl we just killed, or pseudo-Thane as I'm going to call them. Not quite a full Thane, not quite us. Still kind of human.
Now, the voice that you heard was not the robot. The voice you heard was Willis.
Interesting.
Wait
And
a minute.
there's an imposter!
Does Willis? I know Willis has engineering. Does he also have robotics?
I mean, he is the best Ripper Doc on planet.
Yes.
shit.
Well, like I said, you guys could actually work together and make something pretty amazing.
And like, there's this little security droid's literally been down here the entire time. It's been down here for a reason.
Wait a minute. So they are made from Thanes?
They're similar to things. That they appear to be an attempt to recreate this experiment that failed.
Oh no, that is not happening.
Yeah, and he pulls up his own patient file and and his own modified DNA, and compares them side by side. It looks like it started to succeed, and then something went catastrophically wrong. We just killed one of those things in the sewer. He also pulls up a picture of that. The thing that they not only killed, the pseudo thing that he not only killed but desecrated.
It's not natural. You can't desecrate something that's not natural.
Do you know how many are left?
We know there's a decent number of regular things in the FN building.
I mean, the answer to his question is yes, you do.
Yes.
Just whether you want to spend the effort on it or not.
No, we asked last time, remember?
I thought he was asking how many. Yeah, he's asking how many Jarls are out there.
Oh, Jarls?
Jarls are out there.
I've already used all my effort for the day.
So you don't know.
I won't know until the next sunrise.
Your answer is yes, but not right now.
Yes, but not an exact number. I'll get back to you in the morning. I know that there are some regular things on world. What did we say last week? Like 6?
Something like that.
Yeah.
There were a total of 6. 1 is dead.
Yeah.
Where are they?
In the FN building.
Right. When are you going after them?
After we get rid of Oda.
Oh, no, not because you want me to. I'm not there, so that comment is meaningless.
You're not there. You can't say anything.
After we throw Oda into the arena, it's going to be a fun sight.
Wait,
bring the popcorn.
Where? What? Start sleeping again.
All right.
So now your character has become your other character.
Nah, she just sleeps a lot.
I'm assuming she's got her little blank book just over her eyes, blocking out all the light.
Nope, the spider. Making sure she can sleep. Shift.exe has stopped working. Head. You'll be okay.
That spider is as big as your head. You're not going to be able to breathe.
You'll be fine. You just aren't trying hard enough. The spider hisses at you.
Shiv takes a tentative step to the left. But yeah, we've been fighting these pseudo things for quite a while. They have basically become a big thorn in our side. One even tried to throw shit at us.
Oh, it didn't try. It succeeded.
Yeah. What did it throw at us again? An entire tank?
Something like that.
Right. Maybe I can help.
Oh, good.
I won't allow things or Jarls or whatever they are live.
Yeah, I get the impression that you guys... Actually, I know for a fact you guys know a lot about the Saints.
That's an understatement.
He then makes a reference to the little corkboard because there's no Vitruvian Thane on it.
And you do hear this huge breath and sigh. It's not a sigh of relief, it's a sigh of almost...
I guess I do actually have to do something sort of sigh.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Well, shit. I have to do something because this ain't gonna happen.
You know, this ain't it, son.
Fine.
And he just go, and he also pulls up the stuff, the sequence for the drug. I'm assuming, like, you also find traces of the drug in the
Do not
Jarl
allow
system.
that to get out of this place. Ever.
I have no intentions on allowing that.
I know you are the master of networking. You will make sure that this is secure.
Mm-hmm.
Or I will make sure you are secure.
I can try that. That file over there with my DNA was taken out of the asylum. Anyway, back to work.
Right.
Do I find traces of the drug in any of the samples that I get?
Yeah,
Or is it
I
just-
mean that's
or is
how
it
the
just,
Jarls.
what-
That is how the Jarl is made, through the drug.
So they literally just OD these guys until they survive.
It's an OD.
Oh boy. Well, good news. I can make something similar to Narcan then. For those who don't know what Narcan is, they give it to people who OD, and it typically makes it so they survive their OD.
Like I said, this is a lot like the crocodile, where over time it will start to change you.
Right. So they basically just hook these guys up to an IV with a drip and just keep feeding them it until they get more and more stronger, their DNA just permanently mutates, and they become one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Like you called it a
This
gene
one
therapy.
particularly does not have human DNA. It has myxosome DNA.
I make a note of that. Well, that's not good.
What? You found something?
Yeah, the DNA for this Jarl pseudo thing, as I like to call them, it wasn't human, which I'm assuming a lot of the others probably were. This one's a mixism, or was a mixism. He texts right in that it looks like we might have just freed one of your kind from a fate worse than death at this point. That Jarl we killed was formerly a mixism.
Do we get a response from Raiden?
Is Raiden still here?
Yes, I am. Hold on. The response you're going to get is, okay, well, at least now I've got a reason to go after FN.
Weren't we already going to go after them after we teared apart Oda?
That was more Cormac's thing. Now I'm given a reason to go.
Fair enough. And he just starts working on formulating an anti-serum. And then also Peck's using his abilities to do it while his hands are occupied. Also, I've been thinking about something relating to the Blood Moon. Once I flesh out some more of the details, I will let you know and ask if you can help me with it in some way.
Gotcha.
We're going to invent a suppressant. And I guess that's the end of that scene.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we are at the point where we could stop here. Next week we will have what? Wait, what?
Ignis got some stuff.
Oh, Ignis! Come on,
Hello.
Ignis! Let me know what you want. What you want?
Under the cinematic.
How much time are we working with? I suppose.
We
like
have
half hour.
30 minutes. We have 30 minutes. We could go a
All
little
right.
bit longer if we need to. But we
Hey,
have
I
30
have nowhere-
minutes.
I have nowhere to be today. We've got time.
Oh yeah, about
Well,
that meeting we were having.
Well, the two scenes I have planned are both going to be reasonably short.
Okay.
So
No, let's do it. Let's do it.
on the day of the explosion,
Mhm.
Ignis is going to go to Third Eye News, and he's going to make like a public address regarding the attack on Ignis headquarters.
Okay. Third Eye News will know exactly who you are and
Of course.
and definitely Jonathan will come to your are you meeting him at the place of business? Because they're going to be out there anyway looking at the mess.
They only have one anchor.
Oh no, they have several anchors. Jonathan
Yeah, but
though is very much involved in the one about you guys.
Oh man, the poor sap.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like basically on his way out of the building, like I imagine there's like news reporters, and like he'll actually like step aside and like actually make an address to the public on live broadcast.
All right. So suddenly there is breaking news showing up on the monitors, and the gentleman says, "We have breaking news. It seems like the CEO of Ignite Industries would like to have a word," and hands you the microphone.
Today, I, your cool Ignis, address you after a brave attack has been made against thousands of Opus citizens. An attack not only against our lives, but against our livelihoods and our way of life, for what can only be described as an act of utter, despicable evil. I will, to the extent of my power and abilities as a member of the Opus Council, ensure whoever is responsible for this attack is pursued and held accountable to the fullest extent of Opus law for their irresponsibility and flagrant disregard of human life, as demonstrated by their act of terror against our city of Opus. For the families of those harmed by this vicious act of terrorism, such behavior cannot be tolerated. It must be responded with the utmost extreme prejudice, because people willing to commit such acts of violence are no citizens of Opus. They are enemies of humanity, and they must be used as an example. A cautionary tale that the cost of evil is a price you can't afford. Not you, and not I. And then Ignis will take his leave after that statement.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for that statement, and back to you. And they go into a normal news and a normal programming. So, but that is
And then,
what you hear on the news.
At some point, you've gotten the text and saying, "Hey, dude, that was Oda."
You don't get a text from him.
Well, Dominic might, I suppose, but
Dominic may.
Oh yeah, right.
But regardless, after that, we have a little gift basket to put together. So,
Yay!
but yeah,
Go
so it's
for
like
it.
cue the montage where it's like we have like a small shopping spree where it's like Dracul goes to like the Hydra farms. He stops at like a gift shop, and then he stops at like a different like a department store and buys like a card. As we fast forward,
A card.
oh yeah, of course. It wouldn't be a gift basket without a card.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
All the while, we're carrying around this suspicious box in our hands until eventually the scene transitions to Oda's residence, which is a public residence. I assume. Like, I think we already know where he lives. Actually,
Yeah. If you want his residence, yeah, we'll go straight to it.
But
you all do know where he lives because after a while, you kind of found out.
Yeah, I think part of the point was like just to like basically like hack into his like personal files or something like that. But we're past that point. That's all right. That's
Yeah.
the bridge. But Ignis is going to travel to Oda's residence, shapeshifted as a run-of-the-mill delivery guy, like the equivalent of your as Amazon delivery guy, complete with the hat.
Candygram for Oda.
And I will knock on the door, ensuring that I know Oda is actually home at this point. So it's like it's after business hours.
You will not get Oda at the door. You will get what looks like a Thane at the door.
All right. Well, run the mill. I'll greet him. Excuse me. Is there an Oda that resides here?
Oda lives here.
I have a delivery for him.
Yes, we will accept the delivery.
I do require him to sign off on it.
Who has to sign off on it?
Oda. And I'll produce like a notepad.
He takes the notepad and goes over to hand it to someone that is inside the house.
All right. Am I able to like get a look? Like, is it Oda?
Yeah, it's Oda.
All right.
Oda has 2 Jarls as security.
Interesting, because I think these are illegal to just have running around, but that's okay. Who am I to judge?
This is the part where you whip out your phone, take a picture, and send it to Third Eye News.
You know, besides the Godbound of Vengeance, but that's besides the point.
So, Oda will sign off on it, and then the Jarl will give it back.
Alright. So...
They are smaller Jarls, but they are Jarls.
So, to explain, it's like, during this conversation, it's like, we had like a pretty run-of-the-mill thing, and he's carrying around like a gift basket filled with an expensive arrangement of funeral flowers and a card. Ignis, upon confirming that Oda is inside the residence, will take up the card and start reading it aloud. But now, his voice will suddenly be mimicking the tone and of virtual Ignis. Although we're not taking the visual form of that. We are speaking as Ignis. There are no real goodbyes, just good lucks and take cares, and hope to see you soon. And of course, keep in touches. As Ignis closes the card, he places it in the basket, and he'll toss it into the residence, towards Oda's feet. The flowers scatter from the impact of the fall, revealing the severed head of the saboteur, with the date and time of the blood moon carved into the blank face's forehead. And I'll take my leave.
I think the Jarl would have tried to run after you.
That's fine. If he wants to assault
Good for
me, if he wants to assault me in broad daylight, I assume Oda would call him off those. I don't think that'd be advisable.
Yeah. No, we will get him another way.
My dude. My guy.
You literally just said that in earshot of the Godbound of Vengeance. Oda!
Of the Godbound of what?
Oda has just signed his own death warrant.
He did that a while ago.
Over.
He did that a while ago. We're just fucking with him at this point.
Yeah, we're just running rings around him.
We are informing him of the time and day of his death so that he stresses for the next month over it.
Not only will he stress over that,
he's on house arrest at this point from the default.
Because
I'm gonna do this next time, but there is definitely gonna be another situation happen at your business. because of that.
Should have just come with a full exploding candygram box.
I wanted to do a glitter bomb. Glitter bombs are fun.
Didn't you already send him one?
No, I did. It was to a police detective.
Well,
But yeah, that was all I had planned for today.
Okay. Anybody else have any plans before we close out, because it is time?
Yes. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
no way.
Oda's residence, is it just a house? Is there, or like not like a penthouse, but like, I guess it would be a penthouse, like a tower?
It is a penthouse tower.
Oh, okay. So one morning he's gonna wake up and there's gonna be a giant red moon painted on the tower across from his penthouse.
Oh.
And with it, all he's gonna hear, because fuck it, I'm getting in on this too. All he's gonna hear is just one line: "We're coming."
Crazy.
Hey, yo.
That's exactly what the Jarl says.
Yeah, I know phrasing, guys. I know. Trust
I know,
me.
but it's funnier if the Jarl says it.
I know.
Phrasing.
Phrasing. And a
'Cause at
big
this-
boomerang type of voice. Phrasing.
Because like
That's all he's gonna hear.
at this point, Oda might not even make it to the Blood Moon. He might die of a heart attack beforehand.
Don't worry, if a couple of days elapse, prophetic insight, don't worry, he survives. It says I can't predict great ruin without a spirit save. It doesn't say I can't prophesy success.
I mean, wouldn't it be great ruin if he survives to the thing? Wouldn't it be less ruinous for him if he died beforehand?
Dial-up internet noises.
All right,
It
guys.
says I can't predict their inevitable death either without a spirit save.
He's gonna make it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
It's funny to say it, but he'll survive.
yeah. Narratively, it's better if he survives to the Blood Moon.
It's gonna be interesting. But yes, Ignis actually knows that there are Jarls being in with Oda.
That's okay. We'll deal with them later.
I mean, they're not gonna save him.
Exactly.
We're not.
Actually, I suppose if we do have some more extra time, you could handle the phone call from SOBC's CEOs.
Yes,
Uh,
SOB decides to make a phone call.
Yeah, he's been pining to call Dominic for like what 3 sessions now. We
Been
can finally
trying
get to
to.
that.
Let's
Oh.
finally
Keep cucking him.
So fast forward to like this a new day essentially.
Yeah, you will get a call from SOB.
All right, Dominic will check his phone, answer it. Dominic, it is speaking.
Son of bits. I am looking for Dominic, and you
This
are
is he?
here. Awesome. Yay. Cool. I wanted to express my heartfelt condolence of what happened to you when you were made into something new.
All right, yeah, sure. When do you want to talk, or do you want to talk over the phone, in person? What do you want to do?
Well, you did. We can talk person if you would like.
It's no difference to me. I got nothing to do today.
Alright. So you're gonna head not to SOB's energy, but to his house. Because he's interested, but he wants it's private kind of thing.
Wait, he's house arrested? Unlucky.
No. It's you'll go to his house. It's similar to this type of setup, so we'll just keep it at one here. He does not have any Jarls, by the way. No Jarls in there. But
Oh, I didn't even
actually,
realize that you had a map for Otis Place. Oh, my bad.
yeah, I did.
My camera was like scrolled all the way to the bottom of my course. I just saw like a white box. Unlucky. All right, yeah.
I
I'll
mean,
go
yeah,
ahead
I
and...
even had the Jarls in there for you.
True. My bad.
But these guys are different. They're smaller, so they can't be called Jarls. I guess they're Yums Vikings.
Oh, you are really falling into this joke.
No, they're called speed bumps.
Speed bumps, yeah.
Uh,
A
bonus.
possible,
They also
work.
moonlight as improvised weapons.
Only if you have the pub brawler.
I mean, I broke my speed bag earlier. I guess I found some new ones.
Were you always planning on beating up that Jarl and killing it?
Yeah.
I don't have a picture of him. Oh well.
I just literally forgot it was down there until Mira brought it up. And I'm like, oh right, I left one down there. I gotta go deal with that.
All right, so you were offered a place to sit. I guess I forgot to put a picture up for him.
You're offered some bourbon.
You're offered actually whatever you like. What type of drink you would enjoy?
Human blood.
Water, please.
It gives you water. It's pristine water. It's not the water that normally it's filtered. So lovely water. Tastes different than what you're normally used to. And he will say, I know that you set yourself into it because you decided you have signed the waiver and all of that, but you never were expected to go through an attack like has happened.
Well, sure, I hope not.
And surely you should know that I do wish the best for you, and of course you do know I did this for my granddaughter.
I mean, with all due respect, like I didn't know why you're doing the Wetwire initiative, but like I also did.
I did it because my granddaughter cannot use cybernetics.
That is admirable, but ultimately does not concern me. Although I do wish you and your granddaughter the best, because you seem like all right people.
Thank you. Is there anything we can do for you?
Not really that I could think of. I thought I was just here to like answer some questions.
Yes, there are questions, but I still wanted to give that offering.
I appreciate it. I was like, I'm not really in the market for favors right now. I'm doing all right myself.
So, my question is, what powers do you all possess, and how did it become so extreme?
Well, first and foremost, I'm only at liberty to talk about myself. If the others don't want to tell people what they can do or what they're capable of, I'm going to respect that, which is first and foremost.
Understood. But I am curious as to how this affected you. And he brings up your dossier, your file that he had, not the file that the SOB Industries had, because that's no longer exists.
Well, I don't mind running you through it, but I do want to ask what you intend on doing with this information.
Well, I did plan on trying this out on my granddaughter, and I was planning on doing it to myself as well. Actually, I've already done it to myself, but I wanted to make sure that at least my granddaughter would be okay, because I don't want whatever those things that have been coming up her to look like
Jarls?
that. Jarls,
Understand.
yes, Jarls.
Well, that is, I would not recommend it for at this current time. To my understanding, the success rate was quite low, according to Gill's reports. So I'm sure you already have access to those reports. So I suppose
he starts to go through them and looks at it. Yes, you're right. And 2 of these are missing?
If the
They
report
should have told
says
you about
they are, I'm
Men
sure
in
they
Black.
are. In character, I do remember this. Well, in and out of character, I do remember this, but I don't think I necessarily want to divulge that I was trespassing onto his property after the fact, so I keep my mouth shut.
That's a good idea.
I mean, it was literally the same day, so as if I recall correctly.
Right.
If the report says they are, then sure, but obviously I'd have no way to know. But as for your question about my newfound capabilities, first and foremost, I'm stronger, like physically stronger. To the extent, I am admittedly not sure yet. Seems I am pushing new extremes every day, but that is in a contained testing zone that my brother has so kindly set up for me. As for other capabilities, I have gained an affinity to fire, in that I am seemingly resistant, if not outright immune, to most forms of heat or flame. Then, of course, for my compatriots, I cannot divulge their capabilities without their consent. I would advise trying to contact them as you've contacted me. Cormac probably won't give you the time of day.
Will not give me the time of day. I've already tried,
Yeah.
Cormac.
Ignis was there for that.
Well, yeah,
Dragul was.
the other one was.
Oh yeah.
But
I
as
do
far
want
as,
to
like,
talk to each of you because one, I want to make sure my daughter is okay. 2, I want to make sure you're okay, and that we have not brought something onto the world that we do not want.
I mean,
because obviously the Jarls are danger.
I mean, the experiment seemed to have, if not indirectly, brought Jarls and possibly things to Opus, but that is not directly as they thought. They obviously existed elsewhere, such as the ends of the universe, where people are fighting them, such as yourself. As for other byproducts, I mean, you're creating genetic super soldiers. That comes with all of the baggage that such a topic comes with. If I wanted to, I could cause great havoc around Opus, but thankfully, I am not dispositioned to doing so, and I do not believe the others to be at this time.
We have to make the super soldiers because the Thanes are powerful. They can take out fleets. And have. It is a serious situation. If the Thanes come here, we could all die.
I mean, we both know what Opus is. That is probably not likely.
It is likely. I have been in war with the Thanes. If you do not know, I am part of the
I am keenly aware.
Military. I have worked hard in keeping them from coming here. And they are in search of something, and I do not know what it is.
Reckon I don't think anyone knows what it is.
but the something that they are in search of, they are willing to ruin worlds for.
That's interesting.
Currently, they are just outside our solar system.
I will stand by my prior statement that while this may be a necessity, I am not sure that just tracking random volunteers off the streets is the best course of action to bestow these powers upon, because you don't know the dispositions or tendencies of such people. Again,
So are you saying that it works against their personality?
No.
What does it do
I
then?
I am saying when you take random volunteers off the streets and give them superpowers, that's a good way to end up with mass murderers or terrorists or those who just want the destruction of human life.
True.
But that's neither here nor now. The ones who got out the other side are the ones we're stuck with for now. And as far as using this on your granddaughter, I'm not sure bestowing these powers upon a literal... Well, I don't know how old she is, but assuming she is a child, I do not think it would be wise to bestow such abilities upon her, because she will almost certainly use them irresponsibly and cause great tragedies as a result.
I wasn't planning on doing it until she was 18.
Fair enough. Technology will probably be much safer by that point as well.
I mean, there's also that fact where, everyone stops wanting to be a mass murderer when they turn 18.
Yeah, so you never know.
Which is next year, by the way.
Okay, maybe
Well, I
not.
mean, we're 6 months in, so
At the end of this year, she will be 18.
But yeah, that is more or less the rundown of my abilities. It's not much or that flashy, but it's what I got. It's what I'm working with.
I appreciate
Because
your candor and your explanation. I will take it into advisement.
Anything else I can do for you?
No, but is there anything more you need?
Not that I can think of, but if I think of something, I'll keep in touch. So, no, hope you do a good day.
Good day.
And then,
And
stand up
he will stand up, shake your hand. You do feel when you're around him, he is a worthy foe.
Makes sense. Spent most of his life on a battlefield of some script.
Oh yeah.
battle plane.
I mean, when you feel his hand, it's not soft; it's calloused.
Is there a case where it's like Godbound to sort of recognize Godbound? Like, is this guy human or is he human plus?
He's Godbound. He's human plus.
Okay.
My man, he straight up told you he put himself through wet wire.
Doesn't necessarily mean successful.
No,
He's
he
not a
he
hero.
did. He did.
All right. Fair enough. All right.
So yeah, there is somewhat way for you to realize that that person that you may be near is a Godbound. You're not going to get it specific, but it is that sixth sense.
So you just kind of get that vibe when you're in close proximity of another one.
Yeah. Which is the same vibe that you felt with Liz, and same vibe you would feel with Willis.
All right, that
and
makes sense.
with Mitchell Graves. So, yeah. But he will send you back to the door and be thankful and leave you alone.
Yep. And then I want to go pay a visit to Shiv because I have an interesting quandary to run by him.
Is it
All
a new
right.
day yet?
Is it a new day? I don't know. Are you making it a new day? What
I
are
mean, we
you
got
doing?
like four weeks of downtime to work with. I got nothing else planned for this day.
You have plenty of time.
So just
Then
at some
you will
point.
Then you will definitely find Shiv still in the lab working on an anti-serum, or down in the sanctuary working on the anti-serum.
So I'll knock and walk.
He is down in the
Throw
basement.
myself in.
He is in the basement. You don't even know.
Oh, so no doors. Got it. I'll just show my way in then. Hey, Shiv,
Yeah.
you got a moment?
Shiv looks up from his work. I guess.
You know a lot about stuff in general. What do you know about the
Yes.
Thanes?
They are that I actually can tell you a lot about, as he shows literally everything he's been working on. They are a result of when what happens to us goes wrong.
Not necessarily their physiology, but like their motivations.
They're looking for something, or rather,
You know what?
I assume.
Do you know what?
Off the top of my head, no, but I am assuming it has something to do with what's happened to us. Whoever created them is what they're probably looking for.
When you get the chance, I would like you to put
Ask the
aside your
universe.
assumptions and maybe do some research on it if you could, or whatever it
Will
is
do.
you do to learn things.
I look up at the sky and question the universe.
Oh, are you going to use the query?
I mean, yeah, may as well, if it's another day.
It is
Dude, you
another
have-
day.
Dude, you have 28 days worth of questions.
All right,
This
so
should be
what
as
is your
serious or as
question?
inane as you want.
What are the Thanes looking for?
A lady of sorts.
All right, follow the flow chart.
Purpose of finding this person.
You know what? That is a fair
To
answer.
tell the director.
What is the director?
Willis.
Okay, out of character, I already know this.
Mm-hmm.
I now know it in character.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for these guys, apparently.
What do you mean these guys? Like the Deferos?
These guys. Yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
Okay, so Shiv just puts his research on hold and guides him to the cork board.
Mm-hmm.
Shows him
Hello,
the
buddy.
Vitruvian thing. Shows him these guys.
Shows him Willis,
Then-
shows him Liz, shows him a
Sh-
lady with, and you don't know who that lady is.
It's just a random lady. Just, head, triangle body.
It's a specific lady, but yeah, you don't know.
I wouldn't have a specific picture of said person, so I'm just going to draw,
Yeah,
random
because-
triangle-shaped body.
Things, which are an
Yeah.
intergalactic threat, are looking for the Devereaux and an unidentified third individual, who my suspicions would say that the Paul, considering the Devereaux and the Paul have a past, but that is an assumption. I realize.
Yeah, well, like I said, these guys, Liz and Willis know what happens when what is done to us goes wrong. And that is, they create Thanes, Jarls, any variation of the kind. Oh, that reminds me. How many Jarls are left on the planet?
Jarls are 30.
On Opus or
On Opus, there
On
are
planet.
30 Jarls.
No, he asked for the planet. There's 30 on Scorpio.
on specifically Scorpio. Okay.
Scorpio, 30.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
You gotta start work. You gotta. You
gotta start somewhere.
now what you do is we move on to another day and you ask about the city and see if the numbers are the same.
Oh yeah, these things survive. Actually, I have one more.
Then ask how many are in the city. I want to know if there is a base off city because that's a very good indication that there is one.
That is a very good point. So I've asked on planet, using your wording.
Basically the same.
I was about to say, if you ask how many things are on planet again, I will slap you.
No, it's how many
1d10 plus 4 straight damage.
It's how many Jarls are in the city of Opus.
Well,
How many
things?
Jarls in?
No, he's asking for Jarls, not Thanes.
Okay.
Yeah, we know the exact number of Thanes, at least for the moment.
Yeah, there's 6 Thanes in city. If there are 30 Thanes on the planet, holy shit, we should be panicking.
Okay, so how many Jarls
All
exactly
of you should
are
be
there?
panicking.
How many Jarls are there exactly on inside the dome?
It's 23.
There are some outside the city.
I just step away for a moment, go to find Willis, and hand him these exact numbers. To answer your question,
You sent it to Willis and not to Ignis?
I mean, it is right there. He can just tell him on the way.
yeah, but legitimately, Willis question how many Jarls are there?
They will
So
no
he does
longer
have somebody to report
exist
to-
within the year.
The
And
year?
we know that there are.
Damn, dude, he's underestimating me.
Yeah, they're really underestimating us.
And then he
Because-
tells the rest. And then he goes into the group message. Once again puts Devereaux in it, and says Liz this time,
Okay.
and says there are this many Jarls on the planet and this many in the city. There are Jarls outside the city.
Makes sense. I mean, if they're able to survive space conditions, they're probably able to survive conditions on Scorpio.
That is fair,
And it would also
but it
make
is bothersome.
it would also make more sense on why FN never shows up to any of his meetings, is that he's not in the city ever.
Right. I mean, we don't know that for certain. He could be, but
I mean, it's a speculation. We have no evidence of
Yeah.
it, but it is a speculation.
I mean, I saw 2-year-olds recently. That was an interesting experience.
You get back a gif of Mr. Burns rubbing his hands together with just where.
Oda's residence.
Oh, and then at this point, Shiv will turn to, where's Otis' residence? I want to fuck with him now.
And then you get the gif of the one I like to send of the little girl laughing over the fire.
We'll probably
Yeah,
run
this-
into them
I
at the arena if I had to guess.
Yeah, but that's at the end of the month.
Suppose we could try to kill them beforehand, but it seems like it'd probably be more trouble than it's worth.
Well, are these the same kind of Jarls we've been dealing with? Bigger, smaller? Oh yeah,
yeah.
that reminds me. The one that we killed in the sewer the other day wasn't even a human subject. It was a Mixism subject.
All right. I assumed they weren't all human. I figured we.
Yeah, Raiden was literally in the experiment as well.
That's fair. But that was with SLV. These guys are purely FN.
I mean, I don't think either
Well,
side are
FN/Oda.
Well, no. Then you get a thing of it would make more sense that they would be mixies then.
Neither side are particularly picky about their volunteer subjects.
Honestly,
Fair
I'm
enough.
getting at they're probably not volunteers for his Jarl program. He's probably
Definitely not.
Yeah, he's grabbing them off the street, so it makes more sense that he's going to the population that nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah,
makes sense.
the implication seems to be that he pumps that whatever FN is, he, she, it, they, them,
But
pumps
not
purposely ODs them until they mutate.
not on the group chat, because obviously Liz is in the group chat. But I'll look over to if I'll be able. So I'm curious about why these things are all pursuing the ends of the universe for our friends, the Devil Raiders. Shall we ask them about it?
If I had to take a guess, and this is a very educated guess, they probably created the first ones. Because we know for a fact, because we were all privy to that present for that conversation, that Willis is hiding from something.
I mean, while I can make assumptions, I'd rather hear it from them directly.
That's fair.
Liz will say
So-
he is correct.
Willis does?
Willis.
We
Liz
went and reported
says.
directly to Willis. I assume Liz is hanging around just so, we don't get murderized by him for this.
Right, because he would murder you for just having this in his stuff.
What, the doll?
Uh-huh.
We're against,
Oh, fair enough.
we're
I mean,
against, he has made
that's
it
his
abundantly clear we are fighting against him. Or against them, not him.
He is, yeah, there is no way he's gonna let these things live.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already dead.
So,
But there are 30 on the planet and 27 in the 23 in the city. There's
So-
7 unaccounted for.
So, Liz, you created them. We all make mistakes, sure, but what can you tell us about them?
what all do you need to know? I mean, I can do what I
What-
can.
How
I can
do
tell
they
you that they
procreate?
have their own. How do they procreate?
Do they grow their numbers with themselves, or are they only more things created when more people fuck up these experiments?
No, they can create their own.
Oh dear.
Is this from like the people they kill, or do they?
They can procreate.
Okay, interesting.
Was that one bite and you're hooked?
No,
Do they reproduce quickly?
no.
All right. So, suppose in that
So
case,
theoretically, we can beat them. They just, for whatever reason, have the masses to beat themselves back as a horde.
But they are what would be considered strength of 100 men.
I mean, yeah,
Good thing we're not-
we experienced that with the one pseudo thing.
good thing we're not everyday men then.
This is
Yes.
true. And if this is happening, Willis and I will definitely be working with you to stop it.
Okay, well, I suppose first and foremost, Shiv, you're able to find out how many of these were in the city.
Mhm.
Are you able to ascertain their positions? We could root these things out over the course of a few months or a few days if possible.
At the moment, I am a bit burned out. If you give me until the next sunrise. Yes.
I said over a period of time.
You're only gonna get one per day, good grief. Because that many is a lot to just
Yes.
go.
Well,
Bop,
there
bop,
are
bop,
so,
bop, bop.
we can only deal with the ones on the planet in the city. I presently cannot step outside the dome.
I mean, the ones inside the dome are the ones that pose a primary threat to us at the moment.
That is fair.
Well, actually, I'm not even sure that they pose a threat to us right now. They're clearly inactive to some degree, or just acting as glorified bodyguards, but I'd still rather root them out of the city.
I don't think they're
Well, the
just
one-
gonna be bodyguards for very long.
No,
I
especially
have a
if they realize they've
feeling
been
that
rumbled.
with the serum that's been going on, there will be more soon.
Yeah, that is why I'm working on an anti-serum.
Alright. In that case, go ahead and take care of your serum then.
Will do. And he goes to return back to his work.
Uh,
I imagine the
Helping
robot
you
is
with
now
that.
I imagine the robot is now completely trained on them.
Yes,
Because I don't want
actually.
to be dealing with more of these than necessary.
so,
And Liz says I'll be helping you. So
Thank
will
you.
Jill.
Yeah, because I don't want to deal with more of these than I have to. These
What do
things
you
kind of
think we
suck
do?
to fight. I would
The
say
ones
no,
you're
because these things kind of suck to fight.
Yeah, the ones you were fighting are only strength of 10 men. Can you imagine if them there are 100 men?
They're gonna do more than just throw a giant glass tank at us.
Exactly.
They're gonna throw the fucking planet.
I mean, sounds like 10 times the fun.
So they're 100 men?
Strength of 100 men.
Yeah, well, he said 10 times the fun, so I'm making a double mint joke.
Oh, jeez.
And I immediately get yeet across the room by somebody who isn't even in scene. Right?
Mhm.
Alright, well, I suppose in that case, maybe we should just go ahead and take out those Jarls at the Oda residence. Otherwise, you might just ascertain their positions in your scrying nonsense.
I mean,
Well, like I said, I'm a bit burned out at the moment.
Shiv, you would know this. The problem is, like, when you get the answer to that question, you know where they're at that moment. If it takes you a half hour to get to them, they might not be there anymore.
That's fair.
That is a good point. Yeah, I know where they presently are at this moment, but that doesn't mean they're not going to move around. Oda's probably are going to stay close to him.
Yep.
But I'd rather not accidentally take out Oda quite.
Now, if you want to see if Oda will send Jarls at us, we can try to bait him.
But we will do that next week. You will beat them next week.
Yeah, that's what.
Because it's already 2:14.
Next week, we head to the next sunrise. Shiv goes to a center of an area and says, Oda, come and find me on every jumbo screen.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to take that bait. I think the bait's got to be mirror riding.
Fair enough.
Or we just wait till the blood moon and just take them out a lot in that scenario. Because they're going to be following them to the arena.
Oh, God, I hope not, because that means they'd be out in the open. Well, it'd be bad for him. Be good for us, because it'd be like, look what this dumbass had with him.
I mean, at that point, it's just shooting fish.
You got cut off of that last part.
At that point, it's just shooting fish in a barrel.
I mean, we don't even have to fight him at that point. We could utterly ruin his reputation. But look, he brought Jarls with him. Clearly, he's working with them. You all should just tear him apart, and then we leave.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, counterpoint those like, I want to kill him.
But also, as we get closer to the date of the blood moon, like, Shiv will text Raiden and say, hey, I want to work on a drug that'll suppress the reaction to the blood moon that the Mixisms have. Meaning, it'll be safer for them to be out during it. Like, my idea is kind of like the Wolfsbane potion that is given to Lupin during his werewolf transformations. Because, like, he's explained in the books that allows him to keep his sense of self while he's in the werewolf form.
Okay, so they'll still be changing, but at the same time.
But they will not go feral. That's the idea.
Okay. That's gonna take some time, and you're gonna have to choose between either the Jarls or this.
The anti-serum is just to stop people from from ODing and turning into.
Right.
Jarls.
So that's gonna take you some time as well.
But I also
So
imagine I would need to get. I would also imagine that I need to get a sample of a Mixism during a blood moon.
Yeah.
Because if they mutate during a blood moon,
They don't mutate. They just go feral. That's it.
well, I
They go
imagine their
feral.
body chemistry. I imagine their body chemistry changes at least somewhat as a result.
Well, you'd have to find out in the blood moon.
So it's a case of you'll have to wait. It'll have to be next blood moon for it.
Right, because this blood moon we are making sure Oda dies. Ooh, I could start putting Ring videos on his television. Or Ring phone calls. Every day he just gets a random phone call. 20 days. 19 days. 17 days.
Why would you do it over the phone? Just paint it on the building across from him.
Because it's much creepier if he doesn't know who's calling.
I mean, he's just gonna assume it's me or Raiden with a voice modulator.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good point. Well, he doesn't know Raiden. Unless he went into the room.
No, Raiden was in the area, he just didn't show his face.
Right. But Raiden also announced himself as the Mixism champion on live television.
No, he didn't.
I thought that was broadcast.
No.
Well, they don't. They heard a voice. The same thing that Oda had.
Yeah. There was no... No, he didn't show his face.
Right.
So, the person he would go after is Cormac.
Okay, so as we go to the Law and Order Grey screen, Shiv just texts Cormac, "Hey, wanna try to bait Oda?"
I mean, it's not that hard. I can just stand out in front of his house.
Bring a bunch of cameras. It's time to drag him through the mud.
I mean,
All right, so with that,
I'm gonna hop off. I will say, before I do, I have enjoyed session like usual, and a lot of fun on this.
oh, I'm glad. Altered Paradise, thank you for the raid. I'm glad you guys are having a lot of fun.
Unfortunately, we're almost out of here.
Definitely feel like I did a lot with the Mixisms today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You definitely got involved with the Mixisms. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you for being here. This is Karsak KKWX. Karsak's my name. KKWX is my empire. And right now, we are going into the what did people think about this session? They just found out that the Mixisms are, well, they're working on getting the Mixisms some help.
The Mixisms are the beast folk of this universe.
Yay! And yeah,
Full
right.
reference.
Yeah, the Mixisms are kind of like the Native Americans of this universe. Raiden is taking on the manacle of being their leader, or try to become their leader. Ignis has found out that Oda is working with actual Jarls, and that's a problem. Cormac is found the same thing out and has killed a Jarl today with the others. Kira, what are you doing, Kira?
I'm just hanging out with them for now.
You're hanging out, talking to cockroaches.
Yeah.
Civ has found out that there are 30 Jarls on the world. 23 are in the city. That means there are 7 outside of the city.
The dome.
And there are 6 Thanes somewhere in the city, may not be awake. If they are awake, we got a problem. Currently not awake, one of them is dead. And I also found out that for some reason, the Thane, it doesn't matter too much if a Jarl dies. Yeah. Actually, we want the Jarls to die, because if they don't die, the things could come here, because this is not something you want out. This is the Jarls are actually made
PRB.
partially from Thane blood.
Oh, they need to die so the message can't be sent that even their greatest soldiers can't fucking stop us.
Yeah.
Don't care about the Thanes.
Yeah. So there's that going on, and the Blood Moon is next week.
Is it though?
It should have been this week, but
That's my point.
it should have been
think-
this week.
There's a lot to do, and unfortunately, it's really hard to just skip 1 month of game time.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. Maybe we should leave off the "it's definitely going to be next week" until we're for sure it's definitely going to be next week.
Take care, Altered, and thank you for the raid. I appreciate it.
If we want to have the Blood Moon be next week, the elegant, well, not even elegant, but the solution is you just hard cut say we're skipping a month in game time. It's just
yeah.
If we keep going day by day, I can find something to do every day.
I know you guys can.
Well, it goes for everyone else too.
We still have a couple of things to do, so let's go through. What are we doing next week?
Oh,
All right.
my headset came unplugged.
So, Raiden is basically, what are you doing before you leave?
Probably gonna do some more with Mixisms.
Okay.
I mean, until we're ready for the arena thing, just keep going with Mixisms, and then go from there.
Okay.
Like if they need something for help with Raiden, the drones can easily handle building stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's also in between that and working with Mixisms, he's just doing sketches for blueprints. Because that VTOL is definitely an idea I want to do.
Okay. We will definitely talk about it. I'm not gonna give it to you until we talk about it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right, Raiden. Thank you for that. Riley, what's your plans?
Start the thing with Vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it?
Pretty much.
All right, so we'll do that next week. Probably first thing, if we can. Did you enjoy this conversation and things that we were doing?
I mean, I've been here the entire time.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
Kira. All right, Kira. What's your
All
plan?
right. Next week, there is those what's it called? Oh, there's that warehouse I know of. I might go check that out.
Okay, so you're gonna do some looking at the warehouse and finding out more about it.
Yeah, do some scouting over there. If not, might just go and follow someone else in the party already. Help them with stuff.
Okay, so probably with Civ as well.
Probably.
And talking to your cockroaches.
I might get around to talking to them. They've done what I asked them to do.
Okay.
I'm back.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Oh, I had a blast.
No one was talking to you.
Oh.
Good.
Are you going to continue working on your cockroach army?
Eventually.
I had to get on my phone. I had to get the phone with my pharmacy. Sorry.
Alright. So still working on your cockroach army.
Of course.
Well,
Okay.
domination.
Or trying to find people to follow me around. One of the two.
I do have something to do with you after the Blood Moon, so there's something coming up for you. Ignis, it is now your turn. What did you enjoy yourself, and what are you planning next week? Ignis?
He's dead.
He might just
Sorry.
be muted.
I'm
My-
fixing my headset. Was it me or we're talking to someone else?
Oh,
Oh,
what's that?
yes,
Ignis
we're
is
talking
dead.
to you.
I call his company.
I'll go to somebody else while he's fixing it. Civ.
I had a lot of fun. I'm just gonna continue figuring shit out. Like if we go to another day, it'll be, how can I make an anti-serum? Because as I recall, last week you said these are what I do. Get the anti-serum made. It was like just crack the irresistible couriers or whatnot.
Yeah. That's gonna take
Well-
you some time, but yeah.
I mean, the irresistible
Probably.
query tells you how. It doesn't mean you get to immediately make it. Unfortunately,
No,
it
I
doesn't.
still need the shit to make it.
Yeah, it doesn't change the amount of time needed to like
Yeah, I know.
synthesize it.
It just means I now know what the hell I'm doing.
Actually, if you get the formula, Liz can actually speed up the synthesization.
That is a good
Yeah.
point.
And she did say she'd help you.
Yeah, and as did Jill. And synthesization is a word. I've used it. Nobody's ever stopped me.
Doesn't mean it's a word.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or
Yeah,
it doesn't mean it's a recognized word. Let me be clear.
Wrong to have not stopped you because the word is simply synthesizing.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if it is a tensing in the Merriam-Webster
Okay,
dictionary.
let's not go into that. We really are late on time, so
Sorry.
you're gonna work with Liz on that. Basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Until the blood moon.
Okay. Well, Liz has something to do with Cormac soon.
Yes. And the success of that has already been guaranteed.
Yeah.
So now you've got to figure out what words you want to give.
Yeah, we're gonna talk
Kaya.
about that privately.
You're welcome. I have now made your life slightly more difficult because you have to plan out an entire NPC.
Not really. We had a plan.
Oh.
Although it could have gone
You were-
wrong, now it will
you
not
were
go
ri-
wrong.
You were originally going to leave it to a D100 until Shiv said, "Fuck that."
No,
No.
Shiv said, "I don't want to get hit in the face when this goes wrong."
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Pretty much. I was going to leave it to a D100.
A D100 higher level.
I can't now, so it's gonna go right.
You're welcome.
All right. So, anything else? Okay, let's go to Cormac. Anything you would like to bring up?
Well, apparently I've been asked to go call out 2 Jarls at Oda's place, so we're gonna go do that. And anybody that wants to go with, we can make it even bigger spectacle.
Yeah, I'm down
yeah.
for someone.
This is going to be where Oracle comes into play, live streaming it.
Oh my god. Oracle's gonna live stream this?
Yep, he's going to put it on every screen for a fucking mile.
Because before Oda dies, we're gonna absolutely ruin his reputation.
I can see that. I can see that for sure. Alright.
All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought was all in
Anything
fun.
else?
Up goes the weasel.
And then the blood moon.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just it's just calling out the Jarls, doing a thing with Kaya, and then I'm good to time skip to the Blood Moon.
Yep.
Okay. But we are doing the thing with Kaya before the blood moon, so we did
Yeah, but
already
that'll-
say that.
Yeah, that should only be like 15 or 20 minutes. So in theory, we can at least start the Blood Moon next week. There's no chance we finish it.
Probably. There's a lot to do, so I don't think
Yeah.
we're gonna finish it next week either.
Yeah, so I think we could do the opening part, the Act 1, if you would, of Oda's physical demise, not necessarily
Oda's
his
coda.
social demise.
We're starting the social.
This is
is
Act
basically
1
chapter-
social demise.
No.
Oh no, we're on Act 3 of social demise. We are all. I think having 2 Jarls come out of his place when they are specifically challenged. I think that's the climax of his social demise.
It's Oda's coda right here.
Oda's coda.
Oda's final act.
I mean, he's gonna be coding at some point.
Oh, why are we saying coda?
I don't know.
Coda is basically the final chapter of the final act.
Okay.
And coding is what happens when somebody dies in a hospital, or when their
Well,
heart stops.
Oda's coding.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Alright, guys.
So this is the name of next week's episode, guys. Oda's coda.
Oda's coda.
Big bright happy face.
Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face.
Everybody on my floor is coding.
Hey.
Big happy face for engineers. Big, really shocked face for nurses.
Oh yeah, that will give me something to do with Raiden. I need to have Willis go and talk to Raiden.
My bad though. I was having some problems with my pet phones for part of the session.
Technical difficulties happen, man.
That's
It
fine.
You can't be held responsible for that.
But,
I mean, he could. It just wouldn't be right.
but in the interest of trying to get to the Blood Moon segment, I will stop making plans.
No, come on, we have one plan. Korvac and Ignis are going to team up, take down 2 Jarls, while Shiv live streams it.
Yep.
Actually, no, I will make one plan. During the time skip, I'll do an influence project, but that I
Fair
can talk
enough.
about that more about during the session of.
Okay, so you're gonna do an influence project, but
The things that you're supposed to do in downtime, yeah.
that's the downtime. You're going to go with him to go see those Jarls.
I mean, Riley, you want in on this too?
Sure.
No.
All right.
There's money in it. There's money in it.
I haven't been.
Oh,
up there.
no. We aren't raiding his place. We are calling out the Jarls, killing them, and then let
In the
Shiv
streets.
live.
You're gonna
Yeah.
be killing them
Oh, yeah.
in the streets.
Yeah. Because Korvac will prove that he is killing Jarls, which are supposedly the enemies of the city.
Yeah.
Everything
So-
Korvac does is about perceptions and messages.
Yeah, so like Shiv just asks him to like, you guys do your thing, set up some cameras. I will make sure all of them are pointed and streaming at.
The cameras are your thing. You do that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yo,
Like, he-
speaking of speeches and messages, though, I thought that news address was pretty fire.
That
Yeah.
was awesome. That was awesome.
Now, if only you had spit real fire.
But yeah, that was pretty
Also-
good.
Also,
That was pretty
my favorite moment was just you going, basically doing the montage for the candy gram to Candygram for Oda. Ooh,
The
Oda likes
candygram,
good.
and then ended up getting a freaking head in his face.
Hey, he also got a gift card.
Yeah, gift card, but a freaking head in his face.
A threatening gift card, but a gift card nonetheless.
And then on top of that, a message for the next day with a blood moon over saying so many days.
And the next day, his name is Mud.
Now, I have a question because it's funny to me because I brought it up a couple times and it kind of just got thrown. Has Oda's wife actually divorced him?
Yeah. That's why
She did.
That's why Ignis did not see her with him.
Guess what, loser?
Well, no, that's the point. I made it so he doesn't.
Skill issue.
Yep.
He's not actually divorced yet, but he's definitely separated.
It doesn't matter. He's gonna be long dead, and she's gonna get all of the money.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
See, I help out people who are on the higher ends of means too. Granted, this was indirect, but still.
Yeah, this did cause everything went wrong and is going wrong for him.
I'm sorry, honey, but I don't want to touch you with a 10-foot pole anymore. I think we should see other people.
I don't want to be
It's
married
not
to a
me.
guy who puts hits out on teenagers.
It's not
Pretty
It's not
much.
me. It's not me. It's you. Don't worry.
Also, because you are about to be wanted criminal, you'll never get to see your kid again, provided you live.
Exactly. So he's basically losing his wife, losing his son, and now
He's
the
losing his
Jarls are
company
gonna be
pretty damn
lost.
fast.
He's gonna lose his company. He's gonna lose everything, even before we get to the
Blood Moon.
the blood moon.
Well, he was straight up told by Cormac that until he's kneeling in the ashes of his empire, he won't be allowed to die. Now, lucky for me, the others are playing into this without their actual knowledge.
I mean, we all watch the live stream, so.
So yeah, and then Civ is gonna help with the network.
With making sure that this is public.
Yeah. Oh, this will be an interesting conversation. Okay, I've got my notes for next week. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Yes, we do take notes and figure out what's going on the next week, because this is improv, guys. This is not done with.
We have an outline. Everything that happens around that is improv.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's improv adjacent.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. The amount of improv is dependent on the player. Because Ignis, you take the most notes out of anybody, and you plan out the most. You can't even deny that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. I hate to call somebody out, but he's right.
He's
And then,
oh yeah, it's not like I'm denying him.
Yeah, and then Hero and Riley are on the opposite end of that spectrum, and they wing basically everything.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm in the middle.
Mostly true, but I do.
I said basically everything.
Yeah.
And I'm in the middle.
Yeah, well, me, you, and Ryden are all in different spots between those two extremes.
And Kira's totally improv.
I do what I want.
You do what
We
you want
know.
at the time.
We know. We know.
So, well, this was a very interesting set of events that happened, and it went well, I think. So.
Oh, it's been a blast.
Oh no, not. Yeah, I mean that Jarl got blasted. Haha.
Ha ha ha.
I mean, we literally one-rounded that thing.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I knew we would.
And we're also, post-credit scene. That drug dealer is probably face down in the Rad River.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he gets to join like the how many
final
bodies
scene.
have we? Ignis, how many bodies have we put in there by now? 4 or 5?
In Rad Lake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I put 2 in there so far. And a car.
Alright, there were just the 3. I've only done 1 thus far.
2 bodies and a vehicle is my body count so far.
Yeah, that guy, the final scene is someone just shoots him and throws him in the river.
Oh wow,
Son of a bitch. Pop.
I mean,
Is that for the drug guy?
Yeah.
Drug dealer.
Well,
Nobody who crosses FN lives.
I mean,
Pretty
we do.
much.
Except for us. We are the exception.
I think you're better off saying nobody who betrays FN lives.
Yeah.
Fair
That's a
enough.
better word.
Alright, challenge accepted. I'll figure it out.
I mean, it's pretty easy. All you gotta do is find like one of his guys, take his spot for a couple weeks, and just be like, "Hey, boss,
I'll worm my way in. I'll pull another Rodriguez.
Oh, you're gonna worm your way in? But will it be quiet as a whisper?
Will it? Okay, we have a choice. Pokemon or Project Zomboid
Oh, I mean,
or
clearly.
Marvel Spider-Man.
Oh, I would vote Spider-Man. It's a fantastic game.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not gonna be watching, so it's.
I mean,
My vote is kind of pointless.
Worm his way in.
Yep. That is the joke.
So which are we going for? Spider-Man, Pokemon, or Zomboid?
Go with the Spider-Man one.
Spider-Man.
Go with Zomboid?
Who's doing Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I want to get that. I want to get the Spider-Man.
At the
No, you
moment,
don't.
isn't it PlayStation? Isn't it
No, you don't.
PlayStation
You
exclusive at the
qualify it
moment?
as platformer.
Oh, well then I don't want it.
It's platforming exploration, though. You do a lot of web
It'd be
swinging.
difficult. Yeah, he's right. It would be very difficult for me to control it. So it would be
you'd
something
actually need
you
to look
could
at your
do, and I
controller.
could watch
Actually
you.
use it.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go to how hard do you nerd because Spider-Man.
Does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size.
Here's
No,
the
can
raid
he swing from a
message.
web? No, he can't. He's a pig. Look out.
That's
He is the spider pig.
All
That's
right,
a Simpsons joke.
let me make sure that he's still playing though, and not leaving on. He's in a cutscene, that's for sure.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. We will be back on next Monday at 11 o'clock doing the same thing as we are doing today for Godbound. But if you do not know, we do have NRT on Wednesday at 11 a.m. We have on Friday, I will be doing some tarot in the morning at 10 a.m. And then Saturday, my daughter will be joining us for a gaming. Probably tabletop simulator. So those of you who have that could join in. And that will be at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Sunday will be Project Zomboid with Kenneth and with the rest of NRT. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Here we go. Have a good day and good bye. I jumped.
It's fun. And I'm finally using my powers for useful shit.
Have you though?
Yes. I'm finally taking advantage of the Ask the GM shit power.
You are finally doing that at least. Rating now. Stop recording.